Alright, we'll see if he joins. Oh. Hello. I'm fucking stoned already. And I'm getting an echo. Either that or I am really stoned. Oh my god, I'm hearing my thoughts. Am I even talking?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I hear myself too. Eventually, other people will probably join us.
Hold on, I'm sure just one of the messages. Laugh my ass off, buddy. Fucking, yeah, it's just me and Morgan at the moment. He's actually recording a message to you right now. But, I guess there's supposed to be a couple other people coming in here soon. Or we're saying they were going to. We don't know yet. But, I mean, if you got shit to do and you don't want to come in, that's cool. But if you want to join Morgan and I for fucking bullshit and fucking get stoned or something, you know, and fucking Merry Christmas it up. Yeah, Morgan's got the music playing right now, dude. Fucking, yeah. Morgan, if you want. No biggie for that.
All right, light her up.
Yeah, I'm getting my fucking.
Oh, what the hell is that? Oh no, that's
fucking a little Linkin Park, bro.
So this is the annual Christmas tradition. It was a Papo video before, but I guess I guess it's another Papo Christmas, whatever, right?
I mean, technically.
All right, light her up.
We'll wait a little bit, see if anyone joins us before.
I'm smoking weed and hash at the same time.
That's right, buddy. That's right. Fucking weed and hash.
It's like something nice. Ricky would smoke.
Oh yeah.
Not
some of the joints that we get, man. They take the joint, it's got the weed, and they put it's got some sort of concentrate inside of it. Then they roll it in oil, and then they roll it in keef, and so it's got a fucking layer on the outside, which I always find a bit redundant because it shouldn't be on the outside, because the outside prevents. I mean, the smoke will go back into the front as you suck it in, but it prevents it from going through the paper. You know what I'm saying? The paper holds the smoke in. I don't know. But I guess, it'll fucking funnel into the front as you're fucking welcome, motherfuckers, to another failed adventure with old Scoob Dad Leahy.
Dragon Toke.
Dragon Toke. Dragging these nuts. And look at your boy Morg over there. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Morg. Fucking. I'm not gonna dab, I think. So what do you got on the itinerary for tonight, buddy?
Hey, just talking about Christmas, talking about anything else too. We'll get you to open up that box to let the viewers know. I sent Ray a box of Canadian. I can't even fucking talk now. Canadian snack,
already.
Yeah, Canadian snack foods. You're gonna gain at least 5 pounds over the holidays from eating this stuff.
Well, I hope so, dude. I hope so. I like putting on weight during the winter. It helps keep me warm.
Yeah, man. Like a bear, right? Yeah.
Yeah, which reminds me, people out there, I love Morgan, man. Buddy, dude, he gets me a present, frickin', then sends me a box of snacky treats, dude. I wasn't able to do nothing for him because I'm out of work and broke at the moment. So you know what? People go into the Patreon account, type in there, give Morgan a couple bucks for me, everybody. It'd be super nice. Help the guy out, please. For me. For old Scoob Dad. From Morgan, a little Christmas bone. Because he's such a good guy and does a lot for us. But anyway, there we go. That's enough whining. Enough whining and asking.
When I start making that Children of the Void money,
that Drake money.
Yeah, my fantasy is to hold big Christmas parties every year, have them catered, get everyone smoked up and get their drink on, and do little little activities for prizes like who can put the most ornaments on a Christmas tree, hit a Christmas piñata, all that kind of stuff. And I would just throw the wildest Christmas parties,
You know what I'd do if I had that kind of money?
I'll tell you what I'd do, man. 2 chicks at the same time, man.
2 chicks at the same time.
That's it? You had $1 million. You'd do 2 chicks at the same time?
Damn straight. I always wanted to do that, man.
Yeah. Well, that's, of course, you don't have to wait till Christmas to do that.
Right?
And I think if I were a millionaire, I could hook that up, too, because chicks dig dudes with money.
Well, not all chicks.
Well, the type of chicks that double up on a dude like me do.
Good point.
Remember that? What was that movie? Office Space? he's like, you don't have to have $1 million to do 2 chicks at the same time. He goes, the kind of chicks that would double up on a guy like me, I'd need it.
I read something about Axl Rose. He did something that pissed somebody off. Yeah, big surprise, right? With Bashak Rue. And his peace gesture was to have 2 girls have sex with each other in front of the guy. That was back during their real decadent days in the 80s and 90s when they were on top of the world.
All right, we'll see if he joins. Oh. Hello. I'm fucking stoned already. And I'm getting an echo. Either that or I am really stoned. Oh my god, I'm hearing my thoughts. Am I even talking?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I hear myself too. Did you do that? Did you make?
No, Jason. I think he's got a speaker on.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's kind of trippy,
Hey,
Jason, he's got Christmas color too.
Yeah, he does. He's got a headset. See that the thing went away. His speaker was playing. Oh.
I was going to upload a picture of Cousin Eddie from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, where he's outside and he says, "Merry Christmas, shitter was full."
Shitter's full.
Shitter's full. You know what, Jason? Here, check this out, buddy.
I gotta do something with my background, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. That's very fucking festive.
Yeah.
Jason, how do I get back to the screen where I see everyone?
Just reopen your Skype window.
Yep.
Your Skype window's open, it's just minimized right now. So up on your taskbar somewhere, look at all them nuglets, bro. There you go.
That's
It's
back one up.
beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Look at this. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Oh, I love it. I love it. Check it out. Here, I think I might have to go on Facebook. Like, look, it's totally snowing on me.
I feel a whole lot fucking merrier all of a sudden. I'll tell you what, gentlemen.
Santa's got the life. Santa's got the life. He just walks around like hose, hose, hose.
Oh, there. Okay.
I have another one too, you know, if anybody's short.
Dude, I totally am, bro. I got like half a gram of cider here. Not even, maybe half.
Oh, I thought that was a real cannabis tree at first. I thought he was like sitting in one, yeah.
I am.
Oh yeah. I never thought of that. Imagine giving someone a Christmas present. It's a cannabis tree. It's shaped like a Christmas tree, but it's just all weed, and it's a real plant.
Why not? But I mean, it's not uncommon for a plant to grow 5-6 feet. You know, like you can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I've
it's
seen
worth a lot of
actual
money.
I've seen actual fucking trees, dude, that are like they call them trees, but they're like huge bushes. You know, and they harvest them, and the fucker just keeps growing. You know, they don't take everything off of it.
Well, yeah, like I mean, they are a plant like most any other plant, and as long as you don't destroy the root base, it'll continue to fruit.
Yeah, California soil is like very rich, right? It's
super rich.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it matters where you're at, but yeah, but that's what I'm doing. Go ahead, Morgan.
Oh, so I was thinking of the redwoods in the north part of the state. Like they're fucking huge, right?
That's referred to as the Emerald Triangle.
The Emerald Triangle.
A place called the Emerald Triangle.
That's where all the good weed comes from that everybody smokes in the whole country.
Where they shot Return of the Jedi, at the end or something.
They totally did, bro.
The Ewoks. Yeah. No, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about, to be honest with you.
Marijuana affects the memory.
Hey guys, check out this fucking sticker I got the other day. I got to put it on blast because this is the most original. I laughed my ass off.
Wow. What does it say on the bottom?
Ball sack bird bath.
Bird bath. What's he got his nuts in?
That is he made a bird bath out of his fucking ball sack.
He's just like
he's got a little hose coming over his shoulder to fill it up, but you see his wiener, and he's got a little bird in there. It's swimming in this shit.
I get it.
He can't be bothered.
I can't believe I found that. That is the level of degeneracy that's out there, gentlemen, and I fucking love it.
That's great.
Just put some deodorant on. Make sure the dick and balls aren't smelly or anything, and that way, if you get laid, it doesn't matter if you didn't wash everything else. You've got those two bases covered.
I just like the look on this dude's face. This motherfucker is jolly.
Loving it.
He is fucking jolly as fuck, bro.
He's loving it.
Yeah,
he's like, I made a pool with my ball sack. Is there like an actual? There's an actual like bird in there, huh?
Yeah, it's a duck.
A little duck.
And a little ducky.
And then he's got his fucking wieners hanging on the duck. I don't know more. You might have to blur that, dude. I don't know.
That shit made my fucking week, bro. I was like, holy fuck.
That's hilarious.
That is strange. That really is the strangest part of the human anatomy. When you think about it, I mean, everything else is kind of compact and put together well. That's just like it's just your body put something in a bag and left it there. That's it.
Oh yeah, dude.
You can't put them inside your body because your body heat will kill all the sperm. So you have to leave it down there. Yeah.
It's like a fucking. It's like 2 boiled grapes shoved inside a loose elastic sack.
And they're vulnerable.
I read the other day that if you're right-handed, your right scrotum sits a little bit higher than the other one.
I think there might be something to that because I think that's accurate.
And if you're left-handed, then it changes.
Really? Is that right?
I swear to. Well, I don't know if it's right, but yeah, I just read. I just seen that shit, and
Where's
it was
the lady?
supposedly a fact.
Where's the ladies when you need them? I mean, they get really up and close and personal with a lot of nuts. I imagine,
Well, yeah, especially in their mouth.
So I would love to hear what they hear. You know what? Maybe I should just let me check that out.
Well, they have to really want to see it. They don't want to look at just any dick. That's what I gather.
No,
anyway.
we're not talking about the D though. We're talking about the N. We're talking about the newts.
All right, bro. I think there's something to that, dude.
Just all balls. We're talking about balls. We're not talking about the D.
Just
calm down, Morgan.
Just a sec. Yeah. Morgan. Don't get all excited.
I don't know if
I'm
you've
not
ever.
talking about the D.
I don't know what they call like the largest of the pigs, like a boar or something like that, or the bull pig or whatever. But they have fucking enormous nuts, man. It's like the size of a quart of milk. They're fucking huge.
Dude, if you go on LimeWire and search Ray Gold Pig Fest, I think you'll like what you find.
Is the black hog? The current world record holder for largest pig ever is a black hog weighing 1,984 pounds. Holy shit! That's like as big as a cow, damn near, dude.
Yeah. That's
Despite their size, these pigs are raised for food. Farmers will fatten them up before selling them to butcher shops, where they are butchered and sold as a gourmet pork at high prices.
Wow. And you know what? Those big ones can be really aggressive. They might attack strangers.
Here we go.
They're all really fucking aggressive, bro.
Oh yeah, pigs are totally.
They're fucking assholes.
Holy shit, Morgan! There's a picture of actually, it's a little video, dude. I might have to send it to you so you can show at least a part of it here, or maybe I can save a screenshot here. You know what, dude? Hold on. Actually, I have an idea. I'm gonna do this. Watch. I'm gonna take a fucking screenshot of this picture here.
Here's another insight, ball-wise. If someone kicks you in the nuts, basically they've ruined your life for 10 or 15 minutes, right?
Oh yeah.
Within that tiny span of time, your life sucks. It is. That's something to hurt. I mean,
I'm glad you brought that up because, there's a lot of discussion between if getting kicked in the nuts is more painful than childbirth. But I'll tell you what, you've never heard a man say, "I want to get kicked in the nuts again."
No.
No.
Avoid that. So two things. One, this appears to be wild. The giant forest hog, maybe on average the world's biggest pig, around 600 pounds. It's also one of the most mysterious.
Where is it from? Like what continent?
Let's see here if I click this link.
You know what I'm saying? Because the hogs here in Northern America are a lot different than the hogs in Europe.
Right.
There are probably a lot
Uganda.
of yeah, of course.
Uganda, bro. It's in Uganda. Right. On what you were just saying, so at the elementary school I went to, which was in Cobb Mountain in Lake County in California, there was a group of girls that would go around and kick dudes in the nuts for fun.
You crazy bitch whore!
It was brutal, dude. It was brutal. I mean, myself and some other boys, they've made like black and blue and shit, dude. Like,
I never experienced that. I was actually on the. Well, I'm a little bit older than you, so that explains a lot. Maybe how the tides turn. I don't know, but I used
Damn
to snap.
it.
I used to snap bras like a motherfucker back in like the 5th, 6th grade.
Hey,
If a chick had a bra on, dude, I was trying to figure out a way to fucking.
am I in the big square or the small square? Can you guys actually see that fully?
I think I'm in the big square. Yeah, I see them nuts.
All right, Morgan, are you in the big square on your screen?
Yeah.
Oh, so we're all in the big square on our own screen. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
take a look at that, Morgan.
Yeah, that's one I was looking at the other day.
Dude,
that wasn't like the third world though.
Oh my God,
I think it might have been
horrible, dude.
Do you know how
in
long?
Asia,
Do you know how long their wieners are? Have you ever seen a pig cock?
Yeah,
No,
they're weird and they're long and they're like corkscrewed and shit, man.
Yeah, and they're skinny.
Yeah, real skinny. They look kind of like their
they can have
tails.
orgasms. They can have orgasms for a half hour.
Porkgasms. I like that better.
Porkgasms. Porkgasm.
Did I really say that?
Yeah, you did, and I think we just made up. I think you made up a word, bro.
Right?
Jason? Did you see the video of the woman? She sat down on a chair. The chair broke, and then she farted like immediately.
I've seen that.
That's fucking hysterical, man.
Oh my God, dude!
Did you guys see the video of the chick twerking until she shit her pants? She literally shook the shit out of her ass.
You can see
No, dude.
like it's visible.
Yes, dude.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
she's got like the stretchy pants or yoga pants or whatever, and they're super light colored though. They're not black ones. They're like
that's almost
like a light gray, almost like pale flesh colored. And it's all of a sudden it's just all. Oh, it's so fucking great. Oh, it's so fucking funny. That might
be even better because it wasn't planned.
No,
but
you could tell that was not planned.
Because most girls wouldn't do that. But this was planned. Remember when what's his face was it Steve-O who was it in Jackass but ran down the street and shit while running? You remember that? That shit was hilarious. That shit was hilarious.
But I don't put it past those fucking idiots.
Right. But that was planned. See, this is even better because it wasn't planned and it happened to a girl.
I saw this video
instead
once.
of a jackass.
I saw this video of these people. There were 4 or 5 of them, and the whole thing was that they were to get into a hot tub and have a conversation. So anyway, they get in, but this one girl had diarrhea, and everyone like fucking jumped out, and I felt so bad for her, dude. Can you imagine the humiliation?
Wait, she'd shit in the hot tub?
Yeah, it came out like without warning. You see the water turned brown. Like everyone fucking just jumped out in a panic. And she must have been bulimic, because bulimics will take laxatives as a way to get food out of their body. And she did look like she was probably a model, so that's what I think it was.
Yeah, dude. Like the local public schools, they have public pools at the schools have signs that say if you've had diarrhea in the last 3 days, do not go in the pool. I shit you not.
Pun intended.
I used it as a profile picture like 8 years ago when the first time I seen it, and I was like, holy fucking shit.
Pun intended.
Oh man, that would. Oh, imagine swimming into it. Man, that'd be fucking horrific, dude.
You know, that kind of makes me think of a fucking vodka enema, to be honest with you.
A vodka enema. You tried? You did that?
You know,
So when you take alcohol up the ass, does it get you drunk? Is that really true?
It gets you super fucked up, is what I've heard. Like, I mean, like that. Like, you're just like,
check this out, guys. Listen to old Scoob Dad for a minute. Any intoxicating substance, right?
Here's a new way to get drunk. Yeah. Here's a new way to get drunk. Let's just shove a tube up her ass.
Shoot her right up her asshole.
Any intoxicating substance you can shove up your ass and it'll hit you harder and faster than any other, except for maybe like injection. But other than that, because you gotta. There's multiple reasons. Number one, it's soft tissue right up inside there, so it absorbs much faster than most
it's
other
going
things.
faster too. Yeah.
Two, there's
and all the blood vessels and shit.
Exactly. It's a direct line to like your central fucking core, you know?
And it's already past your liver and shit, so it just goes boop straight to your brain.
Yep.
So, but I'm
100%.
wondering now. What if you pumped it into your mouth at the same frequency and the same amount? Maybe it would be the same effect, right?
First, I want to state allegedly. I wouldn't know.
As candidate for governor.
This allegedly works.
I did not exhale.
Wait a minute. Just to put everything in clarity, I'm the one that brought this up, okay? And I'm comfortable enough with my sexuality to think that I might want to shoot some fucking vodka in my ass.
It'll get you fucked up.
Well, it's your business. It's your asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to know what
your brain cells.
What the fuck's gonna come out?
Well, nothing will. You gotta hold. You gotta hold it up in there, bro, and fucking. Yeah, dude. And you fucking.
I wonder if people do that with cocaine, like they make it into a paste or something, or just pump the powder and.
I like
the way you do that is a straw.
The way you do cocaine is it goes up your nose. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
nobody tries to.
If you rub it on her butthole a little bit, you might get to do special things.
I've actually known girls who like it like that, and the way you do it is you take a straw, you fill it up a little bit in the straw, and then you put the straw up in there, and then And
I forgot about that shit.
So somebody has to do that for you.
There's a name for that too, dude.
There is, dude. There is.
So somebody has to do that unless you're a yoga master. Somebody has to do it for you, I guess, right?
I didn't have a roadie to blow coke up my ass, but I did have a blaze.
Fire in the hole.
And he had quite the lung capacity.
Everybody.
I got it.
Oh yeah, you definitely need a really good friend. I mean, could you imagine? Hey, buddy, you want to do me a favor?
Whenever I see a yoga,
I just need you to put this blow up my asshole real quick.
Just real fast, bro.
Whenever I see a yoga master doing the thing where like they bend their hand over their fucking cooch, I can't help but think they can suck their own dicks, eat themselves out. My brain just goes there immediately, man.
I mean, I imagine there's gotta be some people out there that really can,
Maybe I'm following the fucking wrong walk of life, bro, because if I could suck my own dick, I would never have to leave the fucking house. Seriously.
Homelessness.
You would still have to leave the house because you'd have to go to work to pay bills. But you wouldn't have to put up with the fucking wife's bullshit.
I will live in a fucking cave sucking my own dick for substance.
I
get all the protein I need.
Yeah,
it's like
I don't even need cheeseburgers anymore.
And it's not gay, goddammit, because it's my dick, not yours.
Yeah. Right? Totally. It's definitely not gay. That'd be like saying jacking off's gay. It's not.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Just like when you're getting like if a chick's giving you a blowjob and then you have her stick a finger up your ass, that's totally not gay either.
No,
because it's
that's kind of
no, gay. It's a chick doing it, bro.
It
doesn't matter.
No. How is that any gayer than sucking a dick? Whether it's yours or not.
Because it's mine. So if you stuck the finger up your own ass, that would be different.
Oh, is that how you say it? So, but if it's a chick doing it, how is it gay?
This is a really good fucking deep topic, bro.
So if it's a chick doing it and you're only turned on by a chick doing it, how is it gay?
Wait a minute. Did you pay the chick to do it, or did she automatically do it? You know what I'm saying?
Does that make a preference? Like, what if it's your old lady, dude? And it's just
okay. Instead of remove pay, ask.
Yeah. I mean, if she just does it without me saying anything, that I would feel violated. Like,
right, but that's not gay. And if you enjoy it, no.
What do you think, Morgan? How do you feel in this situation? If a chick was to stick her finger up your ass while giving you head, would it be gay?
I can't believe what we're talking about.
Well, I mean, it's not gay if you're enjoying it from the perspective of a guy who's getting off, of a guy getting off being submissive to a woman who's taking the lead sexually.
I should be so lucky, 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 lucky. I should be so lucky in love.
That's not necessarily gay. That's just that's domination or submission.
Right.
But I mean, if you're just using her to masturbate with on your way to a gay guy, then it's definitely gay. Yeah.
Well, no. What I'm saying is if a chick was giving you head, and then
No. The way we started out this conversation was if you could suck your own dick.
Well, yeah.
So if you're sucking your own dick, and you ask a chick to put a finger in your ass, that's what we're talking about.
So I was talking. Okay, you're talking about her putting a finger in your ass while you're sucking your own dick.
Well, no, we were.
Okay, because
that's where it started. That's not what I was. That's not what I was talking about, you asshole. That's where we started.
I'm talking. Yeah, that's where we started. I'm talking about a chick sticking one in there while she's doing it to you, and I would say that that's not gay because it's a chick.
Well, I mean, then we're kind of getting into pegging and shit, bro, and that's totally gay.
True that.
Yeah, it must be hard for a guy to take it to that point because imagine a guy. A lot of guys fuck up when they try to get with women. We've all done it since. Well, I have.
Well, that's their first mistake.
What if one guy's first sexual thing that he's done with a chick was fingering his own ass and moaning and shit? Oh,
right in front of her.
That's something you have to kind of discuss beforehand. That's.
That's definitely planned out, but that's a very good point. And that I would say that's not gay. Because it's your ass, and you want her to watch. Yeah, it's your ass, and you want her to do it. So that seems very heterosexual to me.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think pretty much any sexual act, as long as you don't get enjoyment or pleasure from the same sex, it's not gay. It's only gay is if the same sex is involved or what you're thinking about or doing. Frankly, you know what, Morgan? If you wanted to let a chick strap one on and rail you in the ass, dude, as long as you're thinking about Heather Locklear while she does it, it's not gay, bro.
To be honest with you, who really gives a shit? You know what? Go ahead, Morgan.
Well, I mean, I'm attracted to confident, strong women too. So,
like Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, I like something like that. And I prefer brunettes to blondes, and so I can enjoy. I would enjoy a woman taking the lead if a woman was into the idea of taking the lead. I wouldn't have a problem with it.
I could see that. In you. Mm-hmm. I think you would enjoy that a lot.
But I don't want that outside of the bedroom. That's just a fucking drag. Like you're being when she wears the fucking pants, you won't enjoy that at all.
No.
I don't.
Well, it matters how you want to be treated and what kind of society you live in, as far as that goes. But I'm glad that you brought up the whole. Fuck! I forgot what I was fucking talking about again.
Marijuana affects the memory.
Finger in the ass.
No, after that, Morgan was just talking about it.
Being dominated.
Being with a strong woman.
Yeah.
With a strong woman and being dominated. That's a very personal choice. And you know what? Pegging goes along with that. And I don't think that's gay at all. Oh, that reminds me. What I wanted to say was, who really gives a fuck? Nobody does. What you or me does in our bedroom. Nobody does. It's nobody's business, and it's fun to talk about, and we get a lot of ha-has here and there.
No victim,
but really,
as long as no victim is involved,
Yeah, as long as nobody unwilling is hurt, because some people like to be hurt. I mean, who's to say what's right and wrong in that department?
True. And which brings me to the next point I want to say to the viewers. You and your family have been watching the Papo Family Christmas Special. Thank you
This is our Christmas special. We're all going to hell.
You're all going to hell. Goodbye.
Deck the halls with Black and Decker. Run around the tree and play with your pecker.
This is another time for us to pass around the collection plate and ask you all to please donate to Morgan's Patreon account. Since I'm too broke to get him a Christmas present too. That's what I want for Christmas from all you viewers out there, is to open up your wallets and break the bank, pay Morgan Rector. Give him everything you have. You should mortgage off your house for Morgan Rector.
You ever gone to one of those rib fests?
Is that like some sort of like topless show?
No, I mean like a festival around ribs, cooking ribs, eating ribs. That's what the whole thing is. Yeah.
I haven't been to a rib fest. I don't think, but I've been to festivals around food and shit. For sure. But I don't know if I've been to a rib one.
Oh man, or even any kind of barbecue fucking fest. That would be so fucking killer, dude. Oh, yeah, I have not. Have you, Morgan?
Yeah, wait, there's one up here. I guess California is the land of fucking vegans and shit, right?
Yeah, we have soy-based barbecues.
Oh yeah, soy ribs, yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of that bullshit. But no, there's a lot.
It's embarrassing, man, but it is what it is.
I mean, okay, don't let it fool you. See, what the problem is in like it is in most democratically run states is the large cities are actually where all the Democrats live. They live in just droves, but there's millions of them piled on top of each other. And if you actually look at the states by counties breakdowns, you'll see that the counties are actually more red than blue in most places. It's just the populace is higher in these certain counties, and they run it by the full state. So
that's I've been saying for years. The problem with our shit is that we need an electoral system on a state level.
Exactly.
Because
every county should get so many votes.
We're not represented at all here in California, and
there's more red counties than there are blue counties in California. But so yes, there are millions of soy latte powder puffs down there, but there are also a lot of red-blooded meat-eating Americans in California too. So
I don't want to get too political, but
is
it true that
with us?
Is it true that like North Dakota or some state like that has more representatives than California? Like one of these empty states, like what they call flyover state, because it's mostly just farms and mountains and shit. Like North Dakota, South Dakota, that part of the country.
Representatives, if I recall correctly, they get so many representatives or seats per capita, and I think it's like 200,000. So I find that hard to believe, but I don't know. I've never researched it, and I'm to be honest with you, I'm pretty high right now, and I don't feel like doing that. So that might be true, but I think that might be a little bit off.
So California has the highest electoral votes, if that's what we're talking about.
Representatives.
Representatives. So so there's. Is it the Senate or the House that's got the 100? Because there's two of those, right?
The House of Representatives. So the House.
Yeah. So each state's got two there. That's equal. And then the Senate is a different number. I don't even remember how many representatives for the Senate. Maybe this is shit we should know, bro. I should look into it.
I don't plan on delving that far into fuck. I I don't plan on launching a political career, so I really don't give a shit.
So why does California get 55, Texas get 38?
It's based on the population.
Okay, so
that's why California. That's why California has so much of a political fucking pool, bro. Is because there's so many people here. Same thing with New York.
Yep. In California, yep.
And Florida.
100%. That's precisely how they go. California, Texas, New York, Florida, which is precisely how they went in the electoral. Yep. California's got 39.5. This is million. Texas has got 28.9, and then New York's got 21.4.
The fucked
Florida's
up thing is that California. Well, we're not getting to politics, anyways. Whatever.
Yeah.
This
is supposed to be Christmas. Hose. All right, bro. Hey, did you get people anything exciting for Christmas, bro? Anyone? Morgan got me some pretty exciting stuff for Christmas. I didn't get anyone anything exciting because I'm fucking out of work and broke. I got my son a video game, and then I bought my.
What game did you get him?
The new Call of Duty.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't find that game fun.
Hunter wants it.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Well, you don't find it fun, Morgan, is because you still haven't really. You gotta remember, it's your first, you played Doom for a few minutes, but it's your first-person shooter, ever, because you haven't played since, Super Nintendo.
It is, yeah, I'm slowly getting the hang of it, but yeah, it's tough.
So what we gotta do is we gotta go in there and start a game and do a private match. That's what Keelan and I were talking about. That's what we gotta do. Just go in and do a private match, that way no one else is in there. And then you can just get full control, and Kilo, you and I can go in there, and then Kilo and I can just run around killing each other while you get an actual feel for control.
Feel for the game and the way everything works and shit.
You don't have to worry about no one killing you and stuff. You know.
Nope. They're going to kill you. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, you fucking bastard!
Geronimo, motherfucker.
But
no, we'll kill each other. We'll leave you alone.
Will you postpone it?
No, we definitely.
So,
anywho'ser.
What the hell were we talking about, boys?
Well, you had me at fingers and buttholes.
Yeah, I know. I kind of captivate the crowd when I start talking about butt stuff.
Yeah, right. I was trying to.
There's probably more of that than we realize.
Oh, you don't even know, my friend.
Oh, you better believe it, big balls.
It's like how there are a lot more guys who have had sex with big women than most guys are willing to admit.
So, do you think mall Santas get a lot of ass?
Prove it. Fuck me, Santa, fuck me, Santa, fuck me, Santa, fuck me, Santa.
Oh, can I at least take this hat off?
No, I love that.
Oh.
I love that.
I don't know.
Mall Santas?
No.
Guys who dress up like Christmas Santa.
You've watched that Billy Bob movie too many times.
Well, of course. But you don't think that there's a huge crowd of women that want to bang Santa? Now, I imagine if you
if you were in a metropolis or something, like if you were like New York City or L.A., you might be able to find a niche, you know?
Now, I imagine if you're super old or decrepit looking Santa, of course not. But if you're a somewhat decent looking Santa.
If you put yourself on the internet, I'm sure of it, yes. But just dude walking down the street in a Santa outfit, no.
So are you saying I should do a Santa OnlyFans?
You probably fucking get some booty, bro. You got the beard, you know?
All right.
Yeah.
All right. It's already starting to turn a little gray. Look at that.
We'll frost your eyebrows a little bit, you know?
All right. Hose.
Some dudes will probably want you to spank them too.
Imagine Ron Jeremy as
How much
Santa
are they
Claus.
paying, bro? And I just got to spank him?
Imagine Ron Jeremy was like so down his luck, which he is now, that he has to do things like shopping mall Santa to pay the bills.
Oh, that's horrible. Fuck. That's horrible.
Is that guy
That's
still
horrible.
alive?
Ron
Yep.
Jeremy? He's got to be.
He looks like he's dead, but he's alive.
Well, he looks like he's dead since like 1985, so I don't know.
Hey, how about that?
Fuck that guy.
I wonder how much cocaine that guy has done in his fucking life, dude.
Probably a lot.
I wonder how much cocaine he's blown up chicks' assholes.
Back to the asshole. It's always the asshole with you, Raymond.
Always, bud. Okay, what if you were walking down the street and this dude walked up to you and said, "You're perfect. I got a job for you. I'll pay you $250 an hour. All you have to do is stand in this club and spank dudes' asses all night." That's all you have to do.
I'd put a wig on and be right there.
Would you do it? I mean, you don't have to do anyone. You just got to spank ass with a paddle, not even hand. All night. That's all you do. You're the ass fucking slapper.
I don't think there's a whole lot of job security in that.
Yeah, probably not. It's more along the lines of the gig economy, as they call it.
Right.
Can you apply for that at the temp agency?
How do you put that on your resume? You're like, I was an
ass slapper for 3.5 years.
I was an ass slapper for 3.5 years over at Paddles and Spanks Club on fucking 3rd Street.
Down at the empty closet.
Over by the piers.
Speaking of homosexuality, when you guys were in the can, did any of those punk guys like wear makeup and stuff and kind of look almost like women?
No, not really, because you can't really get makeup on the like it's not sold. I mean, I imagine you get it. Now you got to remember the whites don't allow.
They'll use blood as lipstick.
Right. Juice packets.
But wait a minute. Let me cut you right now.
I mean, like I was saying though, the white people, the white race, they don't really let. If you're openly homosexual, if you're openly like that, you're openly cross-dresser or whatever, you're going to the SNY yard, to PC. You don't hang out on the normal yard. Like it's rare. You got to keep that shit inward into yourself. Other races they let people walk around a little more openly like that, and but still, it's not. I mean, like you'll see a few, and they might have like their shirts pulled tight, or
tight,
sagging.
Not on the bottom.
Yeah. People tend to not think about that.
That's where sagging came from.
Precisely where it came from and how it started. People who sagged were showing that they were open for business back in like the 80s, and it just transitioned from there.
Remember in Living Color with the men on sketches, men on sports, men on movies, all that.
Yeah.
Cable Access Channel 96 presents Men on Football.
Merriweather, and welcome to Men on Football. The show that looks at football from a male point of view.
That's right, tonight we're live and uncensored.
That's right, naked to the world. Do you know we have a new sponsor? Wilson Sporting Goods, the official balls of the NFL.
I ain't said a word.
A lot of people were very surprised to hear that we was doing a special football show. But we've been fans of football for many years. I mean, what other game boasts such great names like Dick Butkus?
Or my favorite, Bob Greasy.
Now, isn't he a tight end?
He was.
They would have been taken right out the air today for that.
Oh, I bet they would. Actually, they might not because they're black. They'd probably get away with it.
Maybe,
I don't know, man. Only the Clown. That was my favorite fucking skit from Living Color.
Great, dude.
Homie, don't play that. Whap!
I don't think so. Homie, don't play that.
Right?
Oh, I love that guy.
I also loved
Fire Marshal Bill.
Let's show you something! Let's show you something!
Fire Marshal Bill was great for sure.
That's what introduced me to Jim Carrey right
yes,
there.
It was. Yes, it was. His fingers like on fire.
A lot of people are, Jim Carrey's fucking crazy. He's nuts. He's certifiable, man. You've ever read about him?
Isn't he a Canadian? He's
He
one
is,
of yours.
Actually, his birth town is not that far from here, actually.
He's a crazy liberal,
Dude,
too.
you should go and do it on film. That would be awesome. Like, go his parents.
It's not just the politics, though.
No, just for being Jim Carrey.
Some other of his behavior was just fucking whacked out. I'm like, what the fuck happened? They say it happened around the time he did the Andy Kaufman movie, that he went so far into the character that he just went insane.
Yep. I've heard that as well.
And yeah, there's some actors he had a crush on. He made a video and posted on Twitter telling her he was in love with her, and everyone was creeped out by it. So he just made a fool of himself.
I don't follow him just because of how leftist all his shit is. So I ignore him.
Yeah, he is leftist.
I'll still watch his movies though, because he's a good actor. As long as they keep the politics out of it.
When he did, not Bruce Almighty. Yeah, it was Bruce Almighty.
Yeah. Evan
with Jennifer Aniston. I think. Yeah.
Oh, was that who was in it with him? I don't remember. Bruce Almighty's the one where he got God's powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey was the first one.
Yeah, Evan Almighty's the one with what's his face from The Office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have seen Dumb and Dumber so many times.
My god!
It must be maybe 200 times.
I hate that fucking movie, dude.
You hate it? Oh,
really?
God.
I love that.
It's like nails on the chalkboard, dude. The most annoying noise you've ever heard is that whole goddamn movie. As far as I'm concerned, I mean that's just my opinion. I have trouble dealing with people that are fucking stupid.
Well, yeah, it was about stupid people. No
doubt. And
you know what?
And dude, and slapstick comedy is not
your thing, eh?
Not something I like.
The Farrelly brothers are so great when it comes to scatological humor, farts, and people shit. The Farrelly brothers, they directed Dumb and Dumber, Me, Myself, and Irene. What's the one with Cameron Diaz? And Matt Dillon. It came out in '98.
Oh, you're talking about Something About Mary?
Yeah, they did that one.
That one was good. I like that one. And what's his name? Fucking the Jew was in that too.
Stiller.
Stiller.
Yeah. They a lot of their comedies like that, and they're really.
If you were to ask me, the Jew is Henry Winkler.
But no, I just
actually it might be Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, he's pretty hardcore.
He's my favorite Jew.
He's my favorite Jew. The coolest Jew is definitely fucking Henry Winkler.
It's on the Fonz, huh? Hey.
And that's right, dude.
Shouldn't he have held on to that to some extent? Be as cool as the Fonz, don't identify as the Fonz, but he figured out how to be like one of the coolest guys ever, and then just went back to being himself.
I just don't know how him and Ron Howard didn't do an entire Fonzie spin-off series, bro.
Yeah.
Well, Joni Loves Chachi fucking pretty much killed all those hopes.
Oh yeah, the spin-offs didn't happen because of that.
Yep.
Well, hold on. See, I've had this debate with some people before. I say Happy Days was one of the most influential shows of history because it spawned more spin-offs than most shows too. I mean, it's spin-offs spun spin-offs. I mean, because Mork and Mindy, Laverne and Shirley.
I was just gonna say that. That was like one of my favorite shows when I was a kid.
And then Laverne and very short-lived and less funny, but still was there.
No, dude, they had like 6 years.
Hold on, let me finish. Lenny and Squiggy,
right,
was shortly less lived and less popular.
That was very short.
But that spun off Laverne and Shirley, and then you got you got fucking.
Well, no, Lenny and Squiggy came from
Laverne and Shirley. which came from Happy Days.
Oh yeah.
You got to remember, Laverne and Shirley were in Happy Days. Their characters were in Happy Days before they were ever in Laverne and Shirley.
They're here. All right. Laverne. This is Laverne DeFazio. She's mine. And this is Shirley Feeney. She's yours, as you can see.
Nice to meet you, Richie.
My pleasure.
I did not know that.
Yes,
the whole Mork idea is so fucked up.
And just like Mork was in Happy Days before Mork and Mindy
It's
started.
this period piece about people who lived in the early 60s, and then all of a sudden a fucking alien shows up. And everyone just went along with it, too.
I think it was the mid 70s when all this started taking up. Well, I mean, Happy Days was like the late 60s.
Well, you got to remember, UFO thing has been big from because Roswell, the UFOs. That was.
Oh, we're gonna talk about UFOs.
Yeah, let's talk about
UFOs.
I mean, that was the 50s, bro, and so I mean, it's been a big thing forever. Now tell me, the coolest thing in the world wouldn't be to be like Star-Lord, Chris Pratt's character, just get abducted. I wish, dude. I sit here every night going, man, why haven't I been abducted yet, bro? Because I don't believe they're gonna probe me. Cause like fucking the movie the alien, that movie Paul with the.
Are you gonna probe us? Why does everyone always assume that? What am I doing? Am I harvesting farts? How much can I learn from an ass? What?
With Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, when they were like, oh my God, he's gonna, he's gonna probe us, and he's like, dude, why does everyone think we're just walking around probing everybody? Like, how much can we learn from a fucking fart? Like, there's only so much I can learn from your ass, dude. Like, we're not probing everybody. Like, it's cool.
Well, I'll learn a lot more from your ass. Trust me.
Can you imagine the effect if they revealed the existence of aliens officially, and like the impact it would make on all of humanity? Like, it would all change our fucking viewpoint on life and existence,
and religions across the world. The U.S. government has actually. They haven't said UFO life, but they have acknowledged UFOs.
Yeah, UAPs as they call them now.
Yeah. Well, I got multiple things to say about all that and things that you just said too. Like, it would only change things for people who don't already know. Like, to think that there's not life in hundreds of billions of other planets out there is ridiculous.
The amount of people in our fucking world, like in the whole globe, that are religious fanatics. Like, I don't know, they're not fanatics. They're not zealots.
I know. Let me get into this. Touch on that, Jason.
You know what I'm saying?
So many people don't realize that the Bible actually tells you where heaven is, and it talks about it, and it is outer space. It's outer space. Yeah. The space is the heavens. That's why it's called the heavens. When it talks about and above the firmament is the heavens, the firmament is the visual curvature of the earth. I've done an entire Bible study breakdown on this because someone had me learn this. One of my guys used.
Yep. You're right.
Anyway, once you break Earth's sphere, the visible curvature of the earth, you move into the heavens in outer space. And so I am a firm believer of that God and the angels and all them do live in outer space. People have just twisted it to mean different things and this, that, and the other. So on top of it, it's only going to change for those who don't already believe that there's life out there. And it's only going to change for the religious people who don't actually read what's really written and actually do the work to study, to learn. The heavens are right out there, and God is out there. Now, whether he's an alien, I mean, technically he is. I mean, technically I'm an alien to Mexico. So realistically, a being from somewhere outside of us that's got more power than us could very well be seen as a god, and on top of it could be a god, could still create life, and the heavens are right out there. I mean, it's in the Bible. I mean, look it up, do some research, get yourself your Bible concordance, learn your fucking Greek and Hebrew, and go to, not that I know Greek and Hebrew.
Latin also.
Yeah, a little bit, but actually the Bible is written entirely in Hebrew in the Old Testament.
Arabic.
There's a chunk in the middle that's Aramaic. See, what people don't actually realize is Jesus spoke Aramaic. So everything Jesus spoke was in Aramaic. So the Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John chapters of the Bible, it's best to break those down to the Aramaic translations, and then past that you can do your Hebrew, or no, I mean Greek, because the New Testament after those were translated into Greek. But anyway, that's
a whole nother show.
Yeah, that's Bible study class.
No, but seriously, I'm right on that boat with you, man. I mean, it also just real quick. It also says throughout the Bible that God and Jesus are not of this world.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been doing some stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen what some of the stuff I've been posting and whatnot, but I've been looking at the evolution versus what's it called?
Creation.
Darwin creation versus evolution.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, Darwinism versus creation.
Yeah. And you know,
but yeah, it's creationism versus evolution.
And we were talking about me and this guy were talking about different subspecies of primates, and the origin of Homo magnus and Homo magnus and Homo erectus and Homo sapien, and I mentioned that there's no way that a fucking chimp or an ape all of a sudden decided to make a wheel. That fire, I can see that. Wheel, no way.
Yeah, we had to do a lot more thinking first.
There had to be some kind of intervention there, and I think that's where God comes in, or what we as Christians believe is God, you know, and the Creator, and I believe He created us. And I think that if we look at a lot of different topics during the time when all of a sudden man started creating tools and agriculture and foundries, and if you look at it from how long man has actually been, it was like 10 to a billion years is what they say. Might as well fucking just roll a fucking pair of dice, you know?
Yeah,
Let's put 10,000 years out there for just a base.
Like, old people love gardening. They fucking love it. I wonder if it's always been that way, where it's mostly the older people.
Totally has.
Have you ever noticed that? Like, it's springtime, when everyone's going to buy their gardening supplies, it's mostly old people.
Well, it's because they're retired and got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Dude, I hope I get to retire someday, man. Holy fuck. I look forward to that. I'm going to be that fucking get off my lawn.
Move your ass out of California, and you will.
Yeah,
you're not going to be able to retire on the cost of living it is there.
No. We got the plan, bro. Like,
I don't see it getting cheaper.
No, we got the plan. We plan on moving here in the next, like, when Brooke is done with high school. We plan on moving.
There you go.
Well, how expensive were things in Napa?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
I couldn't afford to.
No. Yeah.
To buy in Napa. Like a 2-bedroom piece of shit house, and like was like $750,000.
Yeah, like I was looking at studios and 1-bedrooms to rent, and they were like $1,200.
Fuck
$1,100.
no, they're like $2,500 now.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a while. You gotta remember, I've been at Mom's in Lake County since 2016 too.
Yeah.
So that $1,200 price, that was like early teens, like 2011, 2012.
No, I've been looking at rentals because Hunter's going to be 18 here in about 5 months, and 5-6 months, and so I've been like sending them, hey, this is how much the studio costs, you know,
Hey.
local.
hey, let them know that I was looking at a 2-bedroom right here in Missouri for fucking $520.
Well, so I once read this thing. This guy had been homeless, but then he got his life together, and he said he actually sometimes missed being homeless because now he had a job he hated.
Oh, yeah.
And he was after paying bills and rent and everything, he had like next to no money, and he fucking hated his life, and he's just like, I had so much freedom when I was homeless. You know?
Jason,
that's like almost a 5-head. You see that shit? Holy fuck, I'm getting old.
Yeah, you are, bud. No, Jason and I have had the same conversation. He tripped on it one time too, and I tried to explain to him like I didn't mind being homeless because I had almost every especially me, because Jason will tell you I'm like a professional outdoorsman, dude. I do it fucking big and different, bro. I'll have like power and fucking like a shower and barbecue set up, and I tarp off the roof, and you walk around on carpet
station for your cell phone and shit.
All kinds of shit, bro. And so like. But it is lonely and miserable and cold, and you know.
Well, the only difference is really, bro, is I chose a different path. You know, I could do the same thing, but you know, I wanted something a little bit different out of life than what you were shooting for, and that's the only difference. I mean, the choices are basically the same, you know.
I mean, I definitely wanted something different out of life, something more like you got. It wasn't dealt in my cards, and so I just
for sure.
It's kind of like one of those things for me. It's like I don't give a shit. So I mean, if it's just me left to taking care of myself, and like let's rock. Like let's do whatever.
I'm fascinated.
If I had other people and beings in my immediate that needed me support wise, then it'd be different, you know. Like
so I'm fascinated by that nomad culture, the American nomad culture.
Yeah.
It's
part of being free, man.
Dude,
wherever the wind blows you.
Do it as a
Morgan, let's do it, bro. You and me, let's do like a fucking
in an RV or something.
And we'll do like a 3-week slow fucking like 1 month slow journey, and we'll document the whole fucking thing, bro.
Wait, I have a suggestion. Why don't you guys backpack
and like walk and like backpack?
But when the weather really sucks, that could be.
So
like you take buses, you know, from here to there and shit. But all you got is your backpack. You stay at hostels or cheap ass hotels.
Yeah, dude, we could do that.
You know what I'm saying?
And we do it in like.
Maybe down by the creek, down by the river.
Right.
And I live at the North Pole in a van down by the river.
And we do it like in May or June, where it's dry and, you know, but it's not like August. But it's not like August yet, you know what I'm saying?
Nomads they have this network. Every major town and city has like a Facebook group, like travelers where you can go to get a meal or something like that.
Yeah.
So you take your smartphone with you. That's an important thing.
Fuck staying at hostels and shit, bro. We'll just take a tent. I'll fucking roll up a tent. I'll throw that in the backpack too, and we'll camp out under the stars every night, bro. I mean, go ahead.
If it's spring here and you guys go like in the
like June
south of the United States, dude, totally. Or Europe, even, actually.
Yeah, Europe would be fun.
No, don't do that, because then you guys will end up on somebody else's fucking show.
I get a lot of money for you. And that make you my bitch.
Yeah. How does it ever warm up? It warms up in Canada. Or is it always cold in Canada?
Well, I mean, every
we can do it across Canada.
Every season goes to the absolute extremes of its associated weather. Summer's really hot. Winter can be bone-chillingly cold, but not all the time. But every season is totally distinct from the others. Whereas California is mostly just sunshine all year long, right?
We should do some sort of like giant loop, bro.
No, it's fucking hot most of the time, to be honest with you.
We should do some sort of like giant loop, Morgan. We'll start somewhere in like New Yorkish. That way we can meet up, because that way it's just right on the other side of the border for me. My brother lives up over there, and then we'll do like a loop through across United States, and then once we get to the West Coast, we'll go up into Canada, and then we'll come back over into Toronto, and then that way I'll just have to come back, so we can go through across the United States and then back across Canada.
I'm sure there's some trails out there, dude.
And once again, dude, if they won't fucking let me cross the border, bro, I'll just sneak across, dog.
They're not gonna let you across.
Why not? I can get a passport.
I from what I've heard, Canada is very, very picky about who they let in.
Yeah, I think I hear that too, but you know what?
Well, we're talking about getting
if you have a felony, I don't think you can get in there.
Well, maybe we can get my shit expunged too, but
that's another show.
That's a whole nother show. But you know what? Once again, I don't really know if they trip that much, because when you send me the list of the things that they care about, there's like a list of things they care about, and the only thing on there that I do have is the DUI, and so, but it's like those I can probably get expunged. I mean, DMV just cleared me of those records. You know what I'm saying?
Jason, have you traveled to another country recently?
I have never went to another country.
Okay. Because I wonder you.
Jason left Napa for the first time like 3 years ago.
No, fuck off. It's not quite that bad, but he's not very far off the base. No, like I yeah. I don't travel much.
Yeah, he's like me. Me neither. I've really never been anywhere. Jason's been to a few places, I think, but I've never really been
I lived in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
I lived for about 6 months. I lived in North Carolina for a few months. I lived in Oregon. I was born in Oregon. I lived there for a few months, but most of the time it's here in California. Yeah, I was born in Oregon.
No, I said bored with a D. I was bored in Oregon.
All right, boys.
It's
20 after the hour. I was supposed to get off at the top, so I'm going to have to sign off, gentlemen.
I was just about to open this box. Do you want to stick around for it, or no?
I got to bounce.
All right.
I got to bounce.
Box
thank you.
Canadian snacks.
Merry Christmas. If I don't talk to you, Morgan.
Shitter's full.
Yeah.
Shitter's full.
Shitter's full.
Merry Christmas! Shitter was full!
All right, later, guys.
Take care. Bye.
Later, bud. Bummer. Oh well, that was a great conversation, but I should have opened it there. If I could, I guess let's get into it. We're wasting time. We've been rocking for over an hour anyway.
Oh, did you ever see Parenthood? It was with Steve Martin. Was the star.
Oh yes. They
had like the family dinner, and so he was looking for like a power bar, and he found her vibrator.
Yeah.
Everyone saw it. Yeah.
So I guess no one else is joining, huh?
Yeah, maybe not.
Well, that's kind of a bummer, dude. Especially since we should have just done a Trailer Park Boys Christmas special then. Oh well. Everyone's lame, except for you and me.
Yeah.
Well, and Jason. All right, everybody. I'm opening this box, Morgan Sense, full of delicious Canadian snacks. Things that hopefully I can't get here.
All right. Have you made contact? Is it open?
All right, we are open. Oh, there's a freaking card in here, too, huh? Should I open the card now, or should I save this for later?
Hey, why not?
You don't mind if we share it with the people?
No, go ahead.
All right, buddy. Look at that. Come on, sucker. All right, look at that. That's pretty nice. Got some deerts. Oh, come on.
Deerts.
Come on, sir. Yeah, that'll give you a kind of an indication of it. Oh, stupid back. That's what happens when you got the dang background on. Oh, there we go. Some deerts and some Christmas trees and snow. It's got like glitter and shit on it. It's nice. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. At least it says Merry Christmas and not Happy Holidays. I like that.
Yeah, me too.
We're going to make some kick-ass projects and get rich together. 2023 is going to be our year. Your friend always, Morgan Rector. Right on, my man. I like that, dude. Thank you, buddy. And yes, we are. We're going to do some shit, bro. Ugh. All right, let's see what we got here. Granny's Pecans. Little,
Yeah, those are butter tarts. They're unique to Canada. They're really good.
Dude. I think I'm going to like this right here. I love tarts, dude. And I love pecans.
Big favorite up here.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah.
Oh, those are incredible, dude.
Oh, caramels?
Remember I said, like, orgasm in your mouth? That's one of those things, man. Holy fuck, those are good.
I might have to ditch my background while I do this so everybody can just fucking see it, dude.
These are true culinary delights.
There we go.
Assure you.
Oh, all right.
That has, like, everything good in it. Cake, caramel, and their white icing, which is just dreamy.
What is this? A little chocolate-covered cherry thingy?
Yep, cherry blossom. Be careful of that. They're messy.
Very gooey, huh? Yeah, you can see by the.
So don't pull it away from your mouth when you're eating it, because it'll just fucking drop out.
If it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face.
But yeah, they're good. Yeah.
That's what I tell her all the time.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Yeah, don't pull it away from your mouth while you're eating. There's another one. What else we got here? Half Lemon Moons.
Yes, Half Moon. That's another. It's same company. It's white cake with their signature icing in the middle, which is, as I said, it's amazing stuff. I could eat a bowl of the icing. That's how fucking good it is.
So is it kind of like a moon pie? A little different though, huh?
Oh no, completely different. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because this isn't icing. There's no marshmallow here. Moon pies, I think, is marshmallow.
No, that's icing.
That's icing, and that's like a cake. It almost looks like a soft vanilla wafer.
Oh, it's amazing. It's not a wafer. It's cake. Yeah.
What are these, dude?
What do you got? Oh, Flakies.
Passion Flaky.
It's got their signature icing and some fruit flavoring filling, and those are incredible.
Those look fucking bomb.
Another orgasm for the mouth. Yeah.
Oh man.
That's oral sex right there. That stuff. I think you got Joe Louis there.
Yep, Joe Louis.
So that's a Canadian classic. Along the same lines as the Half Moons, but with no, but except it's dipped in chocolate, and it is chocolate.
Okay, that is exciting. Watch out, Vince. You're about to get it.
And the Trailer Park Boys reference now. Trailer Park Boys reference. You just grabbed it. The hickory sticks.
Oh, right here.
Oh, I thought you already did.
No,
Yep. Bernie Sanders, the right hook. He's like, "I'll give me some vodka and some hickory sticks, something like that."
Oh, is that what these are?
Yeah. He asked for those. They're like it's like barbecue flavored chips, except they're skinny like that. So yeah, that's Canadian. That's totally Canadian.
Oh, those are hella good, dude.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Oh, I could eat those. Okay. Now we got a crunchy.
Yeah, it's sponge toffee covered in chocolate. It's one of my favorite bars. Yeah.
Oh, dude. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm gonna love this. It's I call it like honeycomb.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh my god, really, dude? That's so good.
When James Cameron was shooting a scene for Titanic in Halifax, he was addicted to those.
That's another one. And what we got here? The arrows. Yeah.
Normally they come in larger sizes like the crunchy, but I thought I'd get you that.
That's all right. Yeah, heck yeah.
Like the Halloween size. Yeah.
They got like bubbles and stuff.
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, mint arrow. That's classic too.
All right, what else we got here? Oh, some other arrows.
Regular arrows, yeah.
Regular chocolate ones. Oh yeah. Vince just finally noticed that I'm stacking shit up on the bed next to him. Smarties.
Smarties. I'll tell you right now, those are better than M&Ms.
You know, we got Smarties down here, but they're completely different.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. They're called Smarties, but they're not chocolate, and there's no candy.
Chocolate?
No.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Those are amazing. Those are really good.
Better than M&Ms, huh?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna find out.
And
peanut free.
McDonald's makes McFlurries with them here too.
Really?
Yeah.
Crispy Crunch.
Oh yeah, that's like it's like hard caramel with like peanut butter and chocolate. That's a really good chocolate bar.
Ooh. Yeah.
It's kind of like it's a lot like Butterfinger. Of course.
Last but definitely not least. Coffee
crisp. Yep. That was my favorite chocolate bar when I was like 4 years old. Really good chocolate flavoring and wafers and.
Oh, dude, that is amazing, bud. I don't really know what I should try first. What should I try first, Morgan? Like, what would you recommend right now?
Let me see if
memory serves me correctly. Because I imagine you haven't eaten much of them lately.
Try an au caramel.
Au caramel.
Yeah, that stuff is my Achilles heel. Yeah.
Dude. Was it hard shopping for all this kind of stuff, bud?
I only got it like 2 stores.
Well, I mean, because you don't eat this stuff that much anymore, do you?
Well, I had to get it out of here fast. Not bad, eh?
Oh, it's amazing. You guys see that right there? It's like a cake.
Yeah.
Chocolate covered. And then there's like some white icing in there. And some caramel. Oh.
You may find these things are better than like ring dings and devil dogs, that kind of stuff. That Sean is kicks ass. They do.
You know what's funny? We got something similar to ring dings down here, but they're called ding dongs.
I've heard of those, yeah.
You know, it's funny.
Is it like a Swiss roll or something like that?
Yeah, kind of. Well, no. Ding dongs are actually round. They're more kind of like this. Swiss rolls are, rolled round. Ding dongs, they almost look like hockey pucks, which I know you know what one of those looks like. Oh, dude, that is amazing. Hold on, I'm gonna wait a second on that. That's awesome, buddy. Yeah, no, I was sitting there. I got a few things in the cart for you, bud. So
nice.
One of these days when I get some money saved up, when I get some money, when I get a job. Hopefully, I'll have a jobby here soon. You, amongst a few other people, like the people I live with who've been letting me live at their house for like 6 months now. I'd like to do something nice for them because I haven't really,
Well, make sure you brush your teeth after eating the crunchy bars, because that's like sending a bunch of tiny guys with jackhammers on your teeth. It's you're just chewing and chewing and chewing and crunching, and sugar going right into your teeth.
Yeah, I'm really actually excited about that, dude. Where'd that thing go? It's in 2 halves. Yeah, it's in 2 halves. So
that's amazing.
You can eat one and eat the other one later. I like that.
What an injustice it is, like where you eat something like that, and you just think this is a fucking great experience. But if I do it too often, it'll fucking kill me, and it'll be a long, prolonged death. It's so unfair, man.
It's kind of like the way it is with like liquor and other things too. Well, actually, most good things in life.
Yep.
They're really good, but if you do it too much, it could really mess things up.
Like in the 70s, people were doing some serious fucking before AIDS came along. That must have been what caused it. It was just some virus happened to come along when everyone's fucking their brains out. It was because they were swinging, man, in the 70s. They were really going at it. And I guess, I don't know, the wrong thing circulated too many times.
I think AIDS was man-made, dude. Well, population control.
Maybe.
Yeah. It was man-made by the government. Put out, I'm pretty sure.
Well, how many politicians have died from AIDS?
Well, maybe it was like one conspiracy theory I always heard was it was put out to eliminate the gay population, but they didn't take into account the big boom of bisexuality that was going to happen in the mid-'80s. And so it spread out into heterosexuality because a lot of, women mostly, would sleep with both men and women, and it would spread. I don't really know how accurate that is, but I do think it was man-made. And I think it was for population control. I do think that. Conspiracy theory. Because it was set out into the low income, community.
It was interesting to me in the 80s, in the 90s, to see how there was this huge moral panic around it, but yet that's one disease that you can prevent yourself from getting, and it's also treatable now. Whereas cancer, MS, Parkinson's disease, it's not like that at all, and yet
asshole syndrome.
Yeah, and those people don't have all these celebrities throwing up huge benefit concerts and stuff. So,
right? I want a benefit concert. We should throw a benefit concert, Lord.
Benefit concert for who?
I don't know, dude. We should find some sort of foundation that we can get behind. I mean, I know some local bands from places. I bet you I can get them. You know, I mean, if we were just maybe get a loan to do it, right? Find a place to put it on, book it, sell the tickets, right? But the thing is, if we do a benefit concert for something, we got to give it all the proceeds. We want to do a for-profit concert because we're trying to make money. We're too broke to be doing anything for benefit right now.
Yeah, right. We need the benefit money.
Right. That's it. We're the benefit. We'll throw us a benefit fucking show, and we'll get people to play and charge for it, and we'll take pictures of us just sitting there looking all fucked up, and and the benefit will be just to help. It'll just say help these guys, and we'll never actually say what's wrong with us. That way, we're not lying. Hey, help these guys. They need help.
Or create like a little community of friends, and everyone puts money into a large fund, and that way, and what it's used for is if anybody in that circle becomes homeless or suffers some other kind of serious economic hardships, they can draw money from that fund. But the thing is, how can you trust people not to betray everyone and embezzle and shit? But that's besides that, I think that'd be a cool thing to do. Just everyone agrees maybe to give like $20 a month, and over time it builds up. And
that would be cool. I always had this idea too, and don't steal this idea out there, fucking people watching. If you actually stuck around this long and listened to all this, was how there's the Wounded Warrior program out there for like combat vets who were wounded. Okay, something similar to that, but it'd be like the crippled convict program, and it's a program. This is a two-part idea. It's a program to help people who are crippled in prison. So like people who are thrown off tiers, or they get stabbed in the back in a riot, and now they're crippled. They come up. They obviously can't work. What are they supposed to do? They should get some. There should be something to help them. And I understand that they're criminals, but you know what? There should have been better protection to prevent that from happening. The state wants to say that they own them. Well, then you know what? You should have to take care of them if they get fucked up under your care. That's just my opinion on that. Second one is something like this. How about this, dude? What if we started a criminal insurance program where like you get an actual monthly fee that you pay for your criminal insurance, and you pay into it like any insurance monthly all the time, but what you get from this is when and if you're ever busted, which hopefully you're not, if of course you raise and lower rates depending on how frequently someone gets arrested or not, what I'm saying. If it's someone who's never really arrested, they'd have lower rates than someone who's constantly in and out, but anyway, they get help with lawyers' fees. They get like when you're in jail, quarterly or prison, your quarterly packages are taken care of. Fucking like your phone call cards, because that shit costs money. All this stuff is covered. In different levels of your convict criminal insurance, right? And so if you're charging, think about it, dude. Charge people. I would say they'd still have to be paying their deductibles while they're incarcerated on top of it. So their family would have to pick up the payments or something. But
are there programs like outside of prison and jail that serve ex-cons that provide services they need?
Oh, sure. You can find stuff. Most any program, like in California, they got what the heck's it called? Shit, I can't even remember. Vocational training. You go down and do vocational training. They're going to set you up. People used to say that they'll give you funding to go take any course or do any type of schooling as long as you're learning something. Vocational, voc rehab, voc training will help pay for it. And to my understanding, from what I've looked into, that's not actually accurate. There's certain said programs and degrees in certain said locations. Like you can't just go to the JC or the college and sign up for whatever. You can go to this location and sign up for these particular courses type of thing, you know, or you can go here and do these courses or whatever. And so, I mean, there's that. Voc Rehab. There's other things out there also.
Job placement.
Totally. I mean, job placement works. The temp agencies, they'll fucking work with you, you know. And realistically, you'd be surprised. More and more people hire. I mean, I've had a criminal record.
The hell you say?
Since, I mean, shoot, right after 18. I mean, the first time I was ever really arrested. I mean, you've heard the story more. The first time I got busted, I was like 14. First time I was ever spent some time in jail was 17, but that was just hours in the drunk tank. And then shortly after 18, I got arrested for the first time, really arrested. Whoa, bro, I thought you were in a wheelchair for a second there.
No, that's what office.
Let's see here. So we got this guy. Rawr. All right, hold on, ready? A male chicken's a cock.
Please, got the fucking chicken. Why would I kidnap a chicken?
Right? Alright, dude. I'm going in on a bite of this crunchy.
What do you got now? Oh, the crunchy, yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
It's talking to me, dude. I want to sit here and, like, try everything, but I also don't want to devour it all at once. I like to savor my snacks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with all that stuff, you can dip in and out of everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Alright, this might be my new favorite candy bar. I'm playing. I fucking love that shit right there. All right, everybody out there, you want to get your hands on one of these. You don't even know. You don't even know what you're fucking missing, dude.
You got a cat named Vince. I got a cat named Prince. This is Prince. What's the other cat's name? His name is Tony, after Tony Montana, because he acts like he's jacked on coke. He's a twitchy, hyper cat, man. Like he's on meth or coke, yeah.
There you go, Morgan. That's what we do, bro. We get ourselves a little RV. We can put a couple litter boxes in the fucking bathroom or something in the back. We'll bring the kitties with us, dude. And we'll fucking make a fat road trip and do a fucking...
Yeah. This is Tony.
You know, we'll do a multiple part... Oh, yeah, that's the one as white as blow.
Yeah.
Maybe it's kitty. Maybe it's kitty. Oh, fuck.
So what are you getting Drake's mother for Christmas, Ray?
Let's see here.
That is one big pile of shit.
Let's see here. What can I... See if I can find something that will... Well, that might work. What, Vince? Here.
Put your knuckles on it. Put your knuckles on a red ink pad, and then put them in a greeting card. So this is what I think of you, or something like that.
They don't have one. Alright. Alright, well, this is the only thing that I could find, and it's only because it's the same color. I give her all the shit I have with all my heart.
Yeah.
And by shit, I mean literally poop, people. Which I don't even know if that's going to come up in the fucking.
Like the amount that was dumped on Biff and his friends in Back to the Future.
Yeah. No. No, like the amount that Dr. Malcolm, whatever, fucking in the first Jurassic Park, when the Tyrannosaurus Rex is like sick or whatever, and they're like looking at the big pile of poop.
Yeah, like a mountain of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like a mountain of shit, like that. That's what
And she has to grab some too. She has to grab a handful.
No rubber glove.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, we don't have anything. Oh, these snacks. Oh, wait, this is made by Cadbury. We got Cadbury down here.
Yeah, the cream eggs there.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all they do. Do you guys get those? You got those up there?
Oh yeah, those are fucking rich, but I love them.
Yeah, they got all the different ones. Like they got the caramel one and shit.
Yeah. We had Oreo. We had Chips. We even had Chips Ahoy.
Really?
There's one Canadian bar called Caramel. It's a caramel bar, and they make those.
We had a Reese's one for a little while, I think.
We've got those. Yeah, you can get a 4-pack of Reese's here.
You know what? This thing's been on the charger for hours. I'm ready to take it off and check it out. So my little vape pen thingy broke a little less than a week ago. So someone else got me another one for Christmas. It was only like $17. They were like, "Here, I can get you this on Amazon for like $17. If you want, it's yours. Merry Christmas." And I was like, "Well, shit, yeah."
Yeah.
If it'll work, like, thank you. You know? And so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like that. 5 clicks.
Is everyone in your house there gonna celebrate Christmas together? You doing a dinner or something?
I think so.
There are a couple of kids who live there, right?
That's a nice little pen right there, yeah. Yeah. So in the whole house, you know, there's me, and then there's the people I live with, my buddy and his wife, and then there's 3 kids, but 2 of them aren't here all the time. They're with their dad part of the time, you know. But then there's 2 other adults that live here too. There's a big 5-bedroom house. There's a loft. That's where I'm at. That's 1 bedroom. Then it's actually 6 bedrooms. That's right. If you count the basement. Well, if you count the basement and the loft together, you know, there's 6 because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the main floor. I'm upstairs, which makes 5. Then the basement, which where the other dude is.
That's becoming 6. A common thing. A lot of people are living in these Golden Girls type arrangements where it's like a bunch of friends living together.
Yeah.
In a house.
I mean, it's hard to afford a lot of times. You know, that's something we might just have to look at doing here one of these days in the future. More, maybe you and I should just get a place.
Yeah. How long does it take you to get to town from where you live?
Well, I mean, okay, so there's Pleasant Hope, which is a very small, like, bumpkin town. Like, they've got 2 gas stations and like a Dollar General grocery store.
General
store.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. It's called it's called the Dollar General, and you know, and then there's a post office, you know, and then there's a school. There's an elementary, middle school, and high school all right down there. But that's like, you know, 15 minutes up the road in one direction. But then there's Springfield, which is a big city, big town. I mean, it's not like New York or San Francisco or anything, but it's very large. It's kind of spread out. I mean, you wouldn't know because you haven't been there. But so it's not a Toronto, but it reminds me of like a much larger Santa Rosa, which anyone who's from California would know what I'm talking about. It's still like it's got trees. And it's got areas where the buildings aren't much taller than like 3 stories, but then it has like the downtown area where there are like not like 150 story skyscrapers, but there's like 30, 40 story buildings, 20 story buildings and shit. But other than that, there's not. But it's real spread out. That's like 30 minutes down the road, the other direction. Other than that, you're looking at close to an hour to get to the next town. So yeah, there isn't really getting anything like if right now if I need to run to the store for something, it's a bit of a journey, and so I couldn't walk there if I wanted to. So that's another reason why getting my license out here is going to be quite nice.
Was there anything like a Circle K or a 7-Eleven around there?
Not where I'm at. There's there's Casey's, which is like a gas station convenience store, about a little over 2 miles up the road, but they close at either 10 or 11.
Huh.
Yeah. And then once that happens, there's everything in Pleasant Hope's definitely closed by then. So if you even wanted anything past 10 or 11 o'clock at night, you'd have to go to Springfield, and that's 30 minutes, 35 minutes driving on the highway. So you're driving 60, 70 miles an hour. It's 30 minutes. So yeah. But it's cool because being out in the middle of nowhere is kind of cool because you don't really have nothing to worry about. There's not really too many like neighbors. Like the closest house is, it's not that far, but it's like 50 yards, half a football field away.
There are no rural crack dealers, you mean?
No, and I've been thinking I could probably corner out the market.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'm also thinking about getting a gun and dealing crack, being a crack dealer, but not like a mean crack dealer, but like like a nice one. Just kind of friendly, like, hey, what's up, guys? You want some crack?
A town drug dealer, yeah.
Yeah, there's not much of it going around, I don't think.
No, well, I think crystal meth really I think that really travels that stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think that gets to all 4 corners,
Yeah, well, multiple reasons is it's got a longer shelf life, and the high lasts longer, so people like to do it more. The thing about it is, crack is a lot bigger in the urban community and among the black community. Part of the reason being is because it's quick, it's cheap, and it's dirty, and it's easy. You can get a $5 little rock that'll get you high for a little while because it's just made off coke, which technically, and at one time it was much cheaper than meth was, but people call it the rich man's drug, and they used to think it's because of it being expensive. And well, no, it's called that because you'd have to do a lot more to keep the high, because it only lasts for maybe 40 minutes. If you realistically you do one little bump, you're gonna feel it for like 30 minutes or so, and then that's it. But if you've been on it for a minute, it'll last for 40 minutes to an hour maybe, but much after that so you got to keep doing it to keep it going, and that's why. So that's it cost more, so it was cheaper because you had to keep doing more.
Crack dealers are fucking rich. They because you buy a pound of cocaine, you cut it with baking soda, vitamin B12, and I think there might be one other thing. I'm not sure. But
got your pen and paper there, kids?
Yeah. So basically, when it's all told,
Merry Christmas.
It's like you've got 3 to 4 times the amount of the drug that you bought.
Oh yeah.
Profit margin is fucking huge.
Oh yeah, no, it might even be more than 3 or 4 times. Like
there are these guys in those fucking neighborhoods, like in Bed-Stuy or Harlem or whatever. They're millionaires, multi-millionaires from selling crack. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or thinking about doing it. Plus, I've never really been too big into crack. Like I've tried it and it was like whatever. So I imagine that I probably wouldn't use too much of my own supply. But then again, I know me. I like to party, and I might be sitting around bored one day with just a fucking pile of crack sitting here, and I'll be like, you know what? Fucking just ran out of my pen, so I might as well. Fuck, I gotta smoke something, right? Let's see if this works in here. And the next thing you know, it's been fucking 3 weeks. You haven't heard from me. And all you know is I'm on the roof fucking in my underwear, like cooing like a chicken. Ooh, like a pigeon. Ooh.
Next thing I know, I was running down the street in my damn drawers. Get off me, man! Get off me, man! Get off me, man! Get off me, man! Goddamn! Get off me! Get off me! I'm in Debo pigeon coop sweating like a slave. And the only person could get me out was my mom.
One day in high school, at the end of drama class, my teacher pulled me aside and admonished me, saying, "You know, you're always in the sketches with the hookers and the crack." Because it's true, I would always go there. You know, she wanted me to stop that.
Well, that's where all the fun action is, man.
Yeah, there were sketches about hookers and shit, and I contributed to it, but I wasn't the only one. So, lots of people are fascinated by that.
This thing, dude.
Legalize prostitution. It's got to happen. There are lots of normal guys who are not perverts or anything who fuck prostitutes. It's a lot more common than most people think.
No, you know, you're right. And
the guys who don't get caught are the ones who, I think they're rich. They go to the really high-end ones from the escort agencies, like $1,000 an hour. It's set up so that they don't get caught. But, yeah, a lot more guys than you'd think.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, if someone wants to, let them. I personally never have, and
no, me neither.
I wouldn't. I've always said I don't bang whores. I bang sluts.
Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. See, in my opinion, a slut's more honest about it. Like they just want to fuck. I guess honest is the wrong way to put it. Like,
they at least want to.
Exactly, and even sluts have some sort of standards, because even a chick who's a total slut, there's some people out there that they're like, you know what, I wouldn't do him, or no, you know. But a whore, on the other hand,
yeah,
they'll do anyone who will pay them. And so,
and their life is a fucking horror show, man.
Yeah,
I don't know how they do it.
I don't know.
I mean, a lot of them are forced into it through human trafficking, but not all of them. You know,
no, definitely not all of them. Definitely not all of them.
Like the ones that are called escorts. It's funny because they've managed to completely avoid legal prosecution just because they changed the name. It's interesting.
Maybe we should become escorts, Morg.
Escorts, or start an escort agency.
That's what we should do, bud. We'll get a place, we'll move in together, we'll make films, and we'll run our own male escort agency. We'll run a male escort agency, bro. You know, why not, dude? We'll hire you and me, and
trailer park hoes go wild.
Yeah, right, dude. I mean, I imagine there's a lot of older ladies out there that could use some gentleman entertainment for the evening.
Talk Jonathan Torrens into playing J-Rock just for the pornos, only they're real, you know, with the Russian.
Right. Maybe we can hire Jonathan Torrens to play J-Rock for our escort service commercial, to play like he's the pimp of the escort service, when he's not really, he's just the actor in the commercial, but he'll act like he's the escort pimp. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Fuck, dude. I can't stop thinking about all the delicious snacks I have behind me right now.
You know what? After a while, I stopped laughing at J-Rock, and I actually take him seriously as a cool guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally, dude.
After a while, it's just like I'm into it. I buy it, you know? Like when he was talking about all the stuff they stole from the airport. And he's like, your passport to getting drunk. Glug, glug, glug.
And this here room is what I call liquors of the world, dog. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the shit the motherfuckers bring back. It's your passport to getting drunk. Glug, glug.
And he does this shit, and it's not goofy.
Right,
it's not goofy. I'm into it. I don't know. I wouldn't want him to be any other way.
No, I think he's cool as shit. I do laugh at him. I do think it's funny.
Yeah, he's still funny.
But that doesn't mean that someone can't be cool and funny at the same time, you know? I think I'm pretty cool and funny. So I mean, fuck
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I think you're pretty cool and funny. So I mean, hey. I think Vince is pretty cool and funny. He fucking cracks me up sometimes. And he does some shit where I'm like, dude, he's a cool ass cat.
Does he get the zoomies?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. This is something else I did though. So when I ordered my son's card for the game and shit, and then the controller for my buddy's kid downstairs and shit, I ordered these for Vince. They're only $6. Dude, he loves these fucking things, bro. He's gonna get all excited for me to hear me fucking with him. He's got like 4 of them out in the room already, but they're like little.
He loves bows, yeah.
Yeah, they're not the bows, dude. They're actually
little gift boxes.
These are actual cat toys, but they're little balls. But they're they're like crinkle. They're made out of shit like bows, but they're not bows. They're cat ball toys. And fucking dude, he goes nuts after these things, dude. I have to like take him away from it at night and shit, or else he'll fucking fuck with them all night, dude. And the people I live with, the adults, they live directly below me, and the floor fucking creaks enough as it is, so I try not to move around too much when it gets too late, which does kind of suck, if you want to know the honest truth. Having to try to be careful like that, you know. Like, I only like living above people when it's like an apartment or something, because then I don't have to care. But when I live above people in the same dwelling and shit, especially when they're letting me stay at their house, like, it fucking sucks, because then you don't want to disturb them. So... But, yeah, so I try to stop Vince from fucking making too much noise when it gets too late. Yeah, you, talking about you. Ooh. Coffee crisp, huh?
Yeah, pretty damn good.
Is this like a common fucking sticker they put?
Yeah, the fucking 0.3% of the population that will die from eating nuts.
Yeah,
we have to do that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
How do they survive? Like
that. Okay, right here.
Yep. It's in a lot of restaurant menus. Like, items may contain nuts. Like at Burger King, they have that. I think McDonald's does it.
Yeah, you're supposed to say if you use nut oils and stuff, like you're supposed to.
But with most dried goods, they also absorb a lot of insect parts. They can't do anything to stop it. Like, they can prevent it from happening to a degree, and it would be much worse if they didn't try to get rid of it. But yeah, there's a certain amount of insect parts that we're eating.
It's alright. I've eaten worse.
Well, they're high in protein, so.
Yeah, definitely. Because there's like no fat on them, you know? They're all little chunks of meat, basically. Not really meat, but
see, that's the really hateful thing about cockroaches. You kill it, and it doesn't go away. It doesn't deteriorate like human bodies do. It just stays that way forever, and you have to sweep it up like garbage.
Yeah, it's because of that.
I'm never... It's like, yeah, I might be dead, but I'm not going away.
It's because that freaking, like, ectoskeleton, bro. You ever thought that maybe cockroaches are the aliens, and those are like little fucking armored spacecrafts or something that they run around in?
Well, that's one theory.
Land terrain vehicles?
That's one theory that's been advanced in the ufological literature, is that they are a species that lives in another dimension and way in the future, and that they are insects who evolved like how we evolved into how we are now, but they evolved from little insects, and it was after a nuclear war, because they, like they say, cockroaches can survive a nuclear war.
Yeah.
Well, that might be true of all insects, the ones who live underground. And so they say, yeah, somewhere like in the distant future, there are these sentient insects. So, and there's people have reported seeing one it's a giant praying mantis. That's what I know. Some people have said that, and they all have the eyes like insect-like eyes. They seem to be possessed of like a hive mentality where they're all
like
interconnected
insectoids, man.
Yeah.
They're like aliens, bro. Like the lizard people and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it seems
you know
like
about them, right? The lizard people.
Yeah, that's one of the conspiracy theories. People have seen them. People have seen like really hairy beings. And,
fucking conspiracy, nothing, dude. I'm telling you, Elon Musk and Seth Rogen, dude. Those are fucking lizard. Nah, Joe Biden's probably a lizard person for sure.
Elon Musk looks like some kind of like hybrid amphibious creature.
Dude,
something.
If you found out tomorrow that Elon Musk was really an alien from another planet, what would your first response be? I know what mine would be. Mine would be like, I fucking knew, like, makes sense, dude. Like, I knew something was up with that guy. Well,
it looks like he must have gills or something.
Totally, dude. And it's like, the dude is brilliant, and everything he touches turns into like a bajillion dollar fucking company. He fucking... Do you know how hard it... I think we've already had this conversation, or I've had... Or maybe it was Jason and I. But it's like, do you know how hard it is to run $1 billion corporation, let alone like fucking 7 or something? How many ever he's running, dude? I mean, I know he's got 3 that I can think of off the top of my head. Fucking SpaceX, Tesla, and now Twitter. And that's definitely not all he's doing, dude.
Well, you're successful when astral travel is like your hobby. Like space travel, like I mean, you're still having problems really getting it going well, but the point is he could afford it. That's fucking that's a lot of money, man. Just to attempt to send a rocket into space is fucking astronomically expensive. Like I think the mere space station is like $150 million, like what it costs to make it. I mean, it's barely a structure. And that's what it fucking costs.
Well, one of the reasons why it costs so much is because we waste so much material on the way up, and like once we leave, we jettison it. So that's what like him and that Bezos dude and shit are trying to do with theirs. They're trying to create craft that can take off and go up there and then come back down without losing, because then that would lower the cost.
Actually, I was wrong about the money amount. I think it was $130 billion. Actually, it was
probably that makes more sense.
130 million, especially for the Americans to come up with. I mean, that's not that bad, but 130 billion, that's a lot of money for a big toy. But you know what? We need the satellites for cellular phones and the internet and all kinds of shit.
No, 130 million. That really isn't that much. That's less than 50 cents a person.
Yeah, it's funny to think of how so many of the people who live in this part of the world, who are anti-capitalism, they're using devices to complain about it, and capitalism made those devices possible. They live in first world privilege, which is even if you're not a rich person here, first world privilege really, when you stacked up against how they live in the third world, how the common person here, like you can turn on your tap and have clean water. These it doesn't seem like a big deal, but there are places in the world you'll get dysentery if you drink the local water, and yet they're convinced it would be better if it was communist or something like that.
Fucking commies.
But it's because people want to get rich that they invest in things and they come up with all sorts of really cool inventions, and that's where you get your iPhone, your iPad, your fucking televisions, radio, movies, all that stuff. Capitalism. Communism, they just fucking turn you into a worker bee.
God bless capitalism. One of the best societies ever created.
Yeah. Well, actually, and it's a funny thing about a lot of people think that communism is for lazy hippies who don't want to work, but actually, if you're an able-bodied adult, you're forced to work in a communist country. There's no choice. And if you have no skills, you can go and work in a factory and like just fuck up all the time, and it's all like like in Russia when they were communist, they would have like a nail factory, and because they couldn't fire the employees, they were making like crooked nails, and no one gave a shit. They just threw away half them, you know.
See, that's what it is. See, people, people who think that lazy hippies want that, they don't get it. No, because anyone who's seen communist countries, oh yeah, no, you definitely are forced. The reason that they fail is because no matter how, see, the problem is no matter how much you work or don't work, you get the same. You're forced to work. So you don't get the option to not work, but you still get the same. So there's no incentive to achieve more or strive for more.
To provide quality, yeah.
Because you're not going to get more in return. And so that's why it fails. And that's where the capitalist society is better, because everyone has the same opportunity of starting. You may not have the same outcome because that depends on how much you put into it, but everyone starts at the same spot in the beginning, you know. And I know people try to say that that's not actually accurate, but you know what? It is true. We all do.
In communist Russia, there were these taxi drivers that never picked anybody up. They just drove around for like 8 hours listening to the radio or something, and then went home. They didn't have to pick anyone up. So if you were a tourist and you didn't know that, you're like trying to hail one, and none of them will stop, and that's why. So yeah, it was just never works out. I mean, China had to embrace capitalism. You know.
I know. And they're communists. It's weird.
Fucking commies.
Yeah, it's true. But, well, they got greedy pretty fast. They fell in love with money and shit. Material shit pretty fast.
Yeah. It's like they took the capitalist good part and added the communist negative, you know, like, so basically everyone works for capitalist money, but the government still takes it all.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I guess you just get to keep money for yourself, but the government is still just like tyrannical and doesn't tolerate dissent, and you don't have any freedom to vote or anything.
You got no. Yeah, definitely not. Hey, did you see that the Senate has brought up a bill that might, and honestly, how it's not been done already, I don't know. But they're brought up a bill to ban TikTok from government devices in the United States.
Really?
Which I think is great, because TikTok is nothing but a communist Chinese surveillance device. That's all it is. It's designed to surveil America and to feed shit into it to fuck us up. You know, in China, who owns TikTok, none of the shit that you see or that we see is even shown there.
Yeah, I can see that. See, China has censored big parts.
Oh yeah.
Anything to do with the Tiananmen Square massacre cannot be.
No, I mean,
there.
Well, more than that. Like, okay, well, like on TikTok, the children, the kids, if you're under 18, you can only, or whatever they consider a minor, I think it's 18. There's only certain hours a day you can even get on TikTok, and it's only educational programming. And everyone through the whole country can only get educational programming deemed educational by the Chinese government. There are none of these TikTok challenges, none of these bouncing girl challenges, none of these transgendered conversation challenge things. That's all designed to destroy America and other Western civilizations, you know, because China is bent on world domination.
They can achieve it.
They're going to try, especially if they keep fucking helping. And see, that's part of what TikTok was designed to do, is to alienate the masculine man. It's part of that. That's why that push is so big and important right now. That's why so many people are doing it. Is because they're trying to. What the problem is so many people here don't realize that the powers to be are inserting this shit into our feeds and our minds, because they want to destroy the American soldier, the American band, the American John Wayne, you know, and not just American, other places too, but the Western, you know, but mostly American John Wayne is, for better or worse, has been what stopped tyrannical people from doing very bad things throughout the fucking at least last couple hundred,
most
last
women do,
150 years.
Most women do not want to be with wimpy male feminist types.
No,
It's just that if they say so, they'll look bad to the fucking social justice warriors. But most women don't want that. They want to be with men.
That's right. They want to be what was it the girl said? Vin Dieseled. They want to be picked up and slammed against the wall and fucked while being held up against it. You know what I'm saying? And little wimpy men, little beta boys, little soy boy beta bitches, they ain't doing that. You need alpha men with some muscles. Big chest muscles like this. Look, ladies, tell them. This fucking hood right here,
She's not going to enjoy being in a situation where there's her, there's him, and there's a child, a baby, and she doesn't know if he could defend himself if some guy broke into the house in the middle of the night. Women hate that shit. They don't want to be in that position.
That's right. They want to be grudge fucked.
Yeah, and especially if they would have to end up, growing a pair of balls for him. They don't like that shit either. So
if your lady has to hold your man bag, right?
Yeah.
While she defends you.
Yeah, that's sad. That's not good. You see, that's what Courtney Love said that about Kurt Cobain. She said he was weak. That's one thing she didn't like about him. He was weak.
Yeah.
Well, and he was.
I imagine he was a bit, huh?
He was a wimpy.
I mean, honestly, to take yourself out, that's something that only weak people do.
Well, he had a daughter who wasn't even yet 2 years old, so that was a shitty thing to do.
Right?
He could have at least thought of her, yeah.
I couldn't imagine. Dude, I've barely been in Drake's life this last fucking 10 years or so because of everything she's pulled with the course and stuff. But it's like I've thought about that too. And it's like, well, if I wasn't here, even though he doesn't see me every day, if I wasn't here where he knew I was existing, or he knew where he could reach out to me or whatever, that would fuck him up, dude. It really would. Whether he gets to see me every day or not, if Dad was to die, that'd be horrible.
Yeah.
And so, regardless of how shitty shit gets for you, once you have a kid, it ain't about you anymore. But then again, it never was. Your life ain't about you. That's what people get twisted. It's all about that. That's part of the problem with the society. It's all about me. And what people don't get is that's Satanism at its core. Satanism isn't about worshiping the devil. That's devil worshiping. Satanism is about worshiping self. They follow what Lucifer did, and Lucifer worshipped himself. He held himself higher than all of us and God and everybody. And so Satanism teaches that Antoine LaVey guy. That's what he taught. Is the worship of self. And so all these people who are all focused on themselves and what I am, my pronouns, and how you should address me, and this is what I think, and this is what I feel, and I feel like you're victimizing me, and all this me, I, it's become the worship of self. And that's part of the problem of why the society is just getting so far fucked up, is we're too concerned with worship of self instead of realizing that our lives don't belong to us. They belong to those around us, When I die, what the fuck do I care? Really, what do I care? I'm dead. Okay, you, my son, my mom, my grandma, Kevin, Derek, his kids, Jason's kids, fucking, the few viewers out there who actually like me. People left holding the bag when I'm gone. That's who my life belongs to. And once you realize that, then the selfishness of taking yourself out of the equation really doesn't even become a possibility anymore, because once again, you're not taking anything from you. You're taking you from everyone else. And if you care about anyone else around you, it's just not something you can do, you know?
Would you like to be around in the afterlife when Drake's mother dies and watch and laugh as she goes to hell? She's taken to hell.
Little boy at peace. What is this place? Beyond the stars. Open up your eyes. What are these things you're moving toward? Head so full of wonder. Worries in the past. Could it be that you are free at last? No! Little boy, you're going to hell! You step backwards, we're rushing the birds, and now this is your hotel. You ain't going back, the thing is they lay in a tail. Little boy, time for you to pay. Hurting that bird and not going to church and staring at books every day. Thought you were a man, instead you're in hell. Hell is good, hell is good, hell. Oh, hell is good, hell is good, hell.
Hey, fuckface, have you seen Gracie?
The very orderliness in the universe.
Hell is good, hell.
Like the guy in Ghost.
I hope I get to drive the car. I hope I get to give her a lift. Like,
or row the boat on the river of Styx. Is that
right? You know, or like I'll be the one to like show up when she dies, and I'll be like, get in the cab. Oh yeah, I'm taking you to heaven. Come on. And she's like, wait, and then we decide heaven this way. And as we drive by, hey, wait, it's not the turn. No, that's not the turn.
They should create a law like when it comes to like really despicable criminals that they can bury them when they die in shit, like just manure. Here you go, Larry Nasser.
Why do they have to be despicable criminals? Like, I can think of a few other people that could.
Well, I mean, like child molesters, like people that everyone hates.
Definitely. You know, that's why I'm telling you.
No coffin. Just
child molesters. Simply, and I know there's those out there that'll say it's cruel and unusual. And matter of fact, they're trying to say it's a fucking gender now. They want to protect it and all this shit, but it's a sexuality or whatever. But no, it's monstrous, it's predatory, and frankly, anyone who's convicted of it, the very first punishment should be castration. Yeah. If you know, and I mean, and I guess if you're a woman, I guess that'd be a little different. We'd have to reevaluate on what we can do there. You know, maybe like the removing of the clitoris, because that's like the same type of thing. You know, it removes pleasure and other things. You know, they can do that type of stuff. But anyway, yeah, if you can't use it correctly, you shouldn't be allowed to have one. So if you diddle kids, you don't get a diddler anymore. It gets removed. And then I feel
fingers.
If
fingers were used to molest a child, you lose
Definitely. And then the second time, if for some reason you're able to molest a second time, if you get after the castration or whatever, it's death. Put a death sentence. Why not? You're murdering the innocence of a child. There's not much difference between personally you're truly murdering somebody, you know. I mean, do you know what the statistical rate jumps to of kids molested or raped of doing that to someone else, to
Very high.
committing murder, to committing rape, to becoming transgender, to becoming homosexual, to all this type of stuff. Like
One of the leading causes of pedophilia is childhood sexual abuse. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's a rare, commendable breed that can experience trauma like that and then not put it upon others later on in life. So for people like that, I commend them truly, because statistically, 9 out of 10 or 9 point something out of 10 fucking, and I'm just making these numbers up, but it's a majority of people sexually assaulted, go down that route because they're fucked up in the head. And so that's my point. See, the fact that it translates to adulthood and they do that to other people, it shows just how fucked up it is. So therefore, the perpetrators that do that to little kids deserve to have as fucked up punishment happen. And that's why I feel castration is number one, male or female. And then after that, if they can continue it somehow and they do it again, they get busted, well, then it's to sentence to death.
And the way it works when they're kind of brainwashed into it is like they're kind of taught that being sexually abused, whatever form it takes, that it's like getting a needle, like it's something that's unpleasant, but it's not a bad thing. And so they just come to see it as, well, I don't like it when it happens, but it's just my life, that's just my normal. And then because they're able to live with it for a while, it ends up it's implanted in their fucking brain where it's hard for them to go back once they find out it's wrong, or nobody tells them it's wrong, and then they just grow up and end up becoming the perpetrator.
Wow, I never thought of it like that. Like for little kids, it's like getting a shot or something you don't like, but you have to do it. That's gotta be fucked up, dude.
Because life is like that in a lot of ways, where there are things that we don't like, but we have to do them. But unfortunately, they're brainwashing to thinking that's
going to the dentist.
Yeah.
I don't like doing it, but sometimes I gotta,
Yeah.
So it's like going to the doctor's office. I don't like it.
Paying your bill.
You gotta. Same shit. Wow.
Yeah.
It's gotta be fucked up on a little kid's psyche. So yeah, see, once again, that just goes more to my point. Like someone who does something like that, they don't deserve it. Maybe castration is too light of a punishment the first time around. Maybe it should just be a death sentence. If you rape a little kid, it's over for you. And you might want to, I don't know what the rules are on YouTube too much, but we have said the R word a whole bunch of times. Maybe that shit should be bleeped out. I don't know.
Did you know Colorado has next to no punitive laws for pedophiles? Like you can go to prison, to jail, but in terms of like being on the sex offender registry, telling people in your neighborhood, and having curfews, they don't have any of that shit there. That's this lenient state for pedophiles.
Check this out. There's I want to say it's a senator. It might be a congressman, but I want to say it's a senator. He's from California. Imagine that, right? And you ready for this? Okay, he's I believe he's gay, but I know he's a fucking what is it? LGBTQ
LGBTQ2 plus.
Fucking whatever, the alphabet mafia. he's an activist for them for sure. A while back, he's proposed some way out fucking bills. A lot of them centered around pedophilia, believe it or not. And one of them that he put out a little while ago, and I can't remember if it ever passed or not. I think it might still be going on. I should look into that and see if it passed or not. But it would be to okay sexual encounters between two parties, no more than 10 years in age difference, and the youngest person no younger than 12. So basically, in turn, anyone...
Pederasty.
So if the kid was 12, then the person could be up to 22. or if the girl was 15, he could be 25, and I mean, I do know a lot of instances of things like that happened back in the day when I was growing up, where there was like a 16-year-old girl dating like a 23-year-old guy, or like 22-year-old guy. Like that was 17-year-old girl. Like that was actually kind of commonplace, believe it or not. But I still wouldn't say that it's okay. I mean, I got no problem having sex with girls that I meet, but I don't want any one of my friends' daughters ever having sex.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You probably don't want them to have sex either.
No, dude. And so you need to. So the thought of one of these girls at 16 having sex with a 26-year-old guy, whether it's common or not, it's still not something I'm okay with. And so I mean, the fact that they're wanting to just make that okay, where anyone, like, so a 12-year-old could be sleeping with a 22-year-old college student. A 13-year-old girl could be banging a 23-year-old, and that would be okay under this law. And it's just like, that's fucking insane, dude. That's disgusting. It's insane. It's wrong. It's immoral. And it's just one more step. And I'm telling you, and people keep going, it all started with, we just want to get married too, or different things, And I'm not saying that all gays and lesbians are a part of it, because there's plenty that are not. There's the group online, the Gays Against Groomers. They're totally against all this shit with kids, with all these transgender shit. Well, did you see that they were the inclusive like carnival they had for kids, and there was a dildo ring toss?
A dildo ring toss.
A dildo, the game ring toss, but it was fucking dildos that they were throwing them onto. Yeah, and
like Milo Yiannopoulos kept pushing the envelope like over and over, and he kept getting away with shit. But that was one issue where he couldn't push the envelope. Pedophilia. They didn't let him get away with that one.
What happened?
Remember Milo Yiannopoulos? He's like, So like he said he was talking about how basically said it's okay for underage boys, like teenage boys, to have sex with adult males. And he said this is a part of gay culture where sometimes the older man acts like a mentor in educating the young man about the ways of the gay community. So he was justifying it on those grounds, and that destroyed his career. Conservatives distance themselves.
Yeah, I actually never heard that, but I would agree with distancing from that, because that's wrong. That is precisely what we're talking about. That is the grooming we're talking about. That is what creates this, because it's not natural. Most people don't naturally want to have sex with the same sex. It's not instinctual. We don't want to. There's something that happens, some sort of repeat trauma or repeat experience,
or a hormonal issue.
Exactly. Or, for the lack of a better word, grooming or indoctrination or education, because whether people want to believe it or not, grooming, indoctrination, and education are all basically the same thing. It's just what's the material being taught. All this stuff has to happen for someone to become that. No one is just born and think. I'm sorry, it doesn't happen that way. 99 out of 100 people who are not heterosexual have some sort of experience going back to younger ages, whether it was consensual or forced. It did happen. And that is why. Those of us that doesn't happen to, that rarely happens. Like, there's very few people who don't experience these type of situations who are gay or lesbian. Very few. If any. I'll actually be hard pressed to find any. Pretty much every gay guy I know can trace back their first gay experience to back when they were a young boy, and it's usually almost always with an older guy. I know plenty of gay people, and they will all tell you the same thing.
Well, you know what? They tend to have more money than straight guys because they don't have women in their lives.
There's something to that, I think.
Women cost money, a lot of fucking money.
You know, I used to always say that if sex wasn't a thing, like that there was no such thing as sex, right? Like it didn't exist, you didn't have to have it, you didn't have any desire for it, and you know, kids materialized in the corner, or maybe they fucking grew in a machine or something. Right, or on a plant, I don't know. But you just didn't have no need for sex at all. Then I would have honestly next to no need for chicks, bro. I would just hang out with my buddies all day, bro. That's all it would be. You know,
or take care of reproduction like fish do it, where the female has eggs and you just go out and fertilize them after.
Yeah, just go over and shoot your load all over the eggs.
Yeah, right. Yep, okay. Took care of it. Now I'm back to hanging out with my friends.
No, I'm kidding, ladies. I love you guys. You know, I sound like a big dickhead, but I'm really not. I'm a big dickhead. I promise.
Yeah. That'd be one thing, nice thing to have for Christmas. Sex. It'd be nice to get laid for Christmas.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'll get you for Christmas next year, boy.
I see the legalized prostitution thing. That'd be, again, I was talking like the gift cards or whatever, or like an e-gift card. Send it to your friend's email, and he can go to this place and get laid, and that's your fucking present for Christmas or birthday or whatever. If your dad's single, give that to him on Father's Day. You know, 4th of July, why not? I don't know.
Hey, that's what we should do, bro. We should plan a trip. We'll get like a nice little RV. You know, we can take turns driving or whatever. We'll bring the kiddies with us. We'll bring the cameras. We'll document it. We'll make a big road trip fucking docu-series. And we'll do like a big loop, like I said. We'll start like the East Coast of the United States, go to the West Coast and up, and we'll come back and we'll plan it to where that Christmas Day we end up in Nova Scotia. And we'll just do this big old thing.
Virgin Sacrifice Tour 24.
That's right. That's right.
I got that.
Oh. That was the point I was saying. Wait, were you saying you got that what?
Well, I got the Virgin Sacrifice idea from Married with Children. Yeah. I think it was Al saying something about the kind of guys that Kelly liked to go out with. That they're going to go on Virgin Sacrifice Tour 91.
Scorpion's got that Virgin Killers album. Maybe we can recreate the album for the movie, for the series cover. So
yeah, if your young daughter dates a guy who's the lead singer of a band called Painal, I'd say it's time to be concerned. You know, just a roadie for Painal.
Yeah. Oh, I started dating a guy. He's a drummer in a band. What band? A fucking rectal insertion.
Turbo sodomy.
Right? Yeah. Buzzsaw enema. Which reminds me, so I started creating some more videos. They're right over there. You know, I know that you and I are a couple of sick fuckers. Jason's right up there with us, bud. But I really would like to know what sick fucker has sat here with us for 2.5 hours. If you're out there listening right now, you sat and hung out this long, got stoned and stupid with me and Morgan for 2.5 hours. Why don't you go ahead and comment below and say, I'm here, fucker. And,
Is that Kevin guy, does he normally spend his time alone? Is he a loner?
I mean, not really. For the most part, I guess. Like, he goes to work, and then, you know, he goes home, and he lives with his parents, and then his kid comes by every week. His kid's with him every other week, and fucking, I mean, he's got a couple buddies in the neighborhood he hangs out with occasionally, and then he's got this other dude that we used to like. Well, I mean, I can't say we used to know him. I mean, I still know him, you know, but I haven't talked to him in a while. He used to go hang out with him quite a bit. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure he just like goes to work and goes home and shit, and sits around that, you know, sits at his house. I mean, his folks and his kid are in and out.
You know, he's probably living his best life. It can't be that bad, you know.
I mean, I don't know. Which reminds me, I should contact him, bro, because last time I talked to him, he had a big blood clot in his eye, and he was supposed to go to the doctors, have surgery, and then something happened, and they started giving him some drops.
Oh, you know what that could be? That could be diabetes.
Yeah, it might be.
Retinopathy, yeah.
Yeah, it might be.
Eye problem.
He's a really heavy guy, and I mean, he's really big too. He's tall, big, heavy, and I mean, big alcoholics, drank a lot throughout his life. And
yep, that'll send your blood sugar skyrocketing for sure. Yep.
For sure, dude. So there's a very possibility.
Especially if he makes moonshine, I think you said moonshine.
Yeah.
How much of that can you drink before it's too much for you? Because I've seen you chug like whiskey or something like that.
Shit out of that.
Jesus Murphy there, fucking Ray.
Kojak got a wig on. Ray.
Can you chug moonshine?
Yeah. Well, I mean, sort of. The drunker I get, the more, yes. But I will tell you that when we went to see the Trailer Park Boys, he brought, I want to say it was 4 like regular mason jars, and we had went through all 4 of them before the show started, him and I.
Wow. 4.
Or maybe we only went through 3 and there was 1 left, or we brought 1 with us and drank it while we were there or something like that. But we drank 4 of them while we were there.
Well, I mean, you're a tall guy, and so because of your size, because of your stature, you can drink a lot. And
I've consumed large quantities for a very long period of time, so I'm able to do it. You know, if it's, you know, once again, I smoke so much because I've been doing it so much for so long, you know. But that's why I like it, you see it on the show, Morgan. I'm constantly hitting something. That's the way that's the way it is from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed. I'm nonstop smoking. Liquor used to kind of be that way. So I used to always be sipping, always be drinking nonstop.
You ever seen that thing? I saw it in Walmart, but I know they've sold it in other places. Probably most liquor stores. Pabst Blue Ribbon. It was a long rectangular box of like 99 cans of Pabst Blue Ribbon. Have you ever bought one of those?
Yeah, dude. Fucking, those things are killer. There was I think it was it was a long time ago, but I think it was at JV Liquor Warehouse. That's what we used to call it, or the liquor barn is what we used to call it, but it was just a big, you know, giant liquor warehouse, liquor store, you know. And I used to always call it the liquor barn. Some groups call it liquor barn. But I think most people, or like Kevin, he always called it the warehouse. But that's literally what it was called, JV Warehouse, Liquor Warehouse, something like that. I think we got it there. Oh wait, do I have any water or anything? Well, shit, buddy.
Did you just take pills?
Yeah, taking some drugs, dude.
Hey, how's it going, Potty? I see your rig's going well. Okay, I'll just leave you fellas to it. That bloke there on the right, that's Potty. He fucking loves marijuana, mate. I mean, Bob Marley would fucking look at him and go, fuck, he's into the dope, isn't he? On the left, that's Jimmy the Junkie. He gets that name because he just takes any drug and smokes anything he can get, man.
It's not just Tylenol.
With that codeine, bro. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have OxyContin, but I don't want to take the risk of developing a habit. They do make you feel fucking good. It's
they make you feel great, bro.
Whenever I've had that high, I've always thought like they got to figure out a way to make this so it produces the same effects, but it doesn't make you addicted. Because I actually feel happy right now. Like you fucking feel happy. It is great.
It's great. No, you should just do it, dude. Just give in to your impulses.
Some people inject that. Some people inject that shit. Yeah.
OxyContin was invented for street use. It's the only drug, it's the only pill that can be consumed in all fashions. There's almost none else, or you can break down in water soluble. Like, so if you just threw like some Vicodin in some water, it would lose its fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? They're not water soluble. Where OxyContin is, dude, you can inject it, you can snort it, you can eat it, you can smoke it. Fucking take a piece of. I should tell the kids out there how to smoke OxyContins. But yeah, dude.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, dude. No, dude, it'll fuck you up, bro. Like I've smoked oxys, bro, and I'm telling you, dude, it's kind of a trippy little art to do it too, because you gotta because the pill will run away from the heat, so you gotta chase it. I don't know. It's a trip. I don't want to get into it because then the people out there, because then we might get in trouble for teaching them how to do drugs.
Yeah.
You get some foil and you kind of fold it flat and get it thick, and you hold it at a slight angle. And you put the pill up and you heat it, and as it heat, it's going to slide and roll down, and then you just follow it with a straw as it rolls down, and just fucking.
Yeah, it reminded. You were talking about teaching. It reminded me of something I meant to say earlier. Yeah, we were talking about like how when you're young, you say and do dumb shit when you're trying to get with a girl. Nobody fucking teaches us how to do that stuff. It's pretty rare, right? When some guy gives you advice on how to talk to women.
Well, I mean, it happens, but see, that's part of the thing. That's where dads come into play. That's part of the problem with such an epidemic of,
My father was a pussy wizard, I would have liked to have learned his craft, you know what I'm saying?
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
And maybe there was something about the atmosphere of the 70s that a lot of guys suddenly developed a lot of game. Because it was just a free-for-all, so it's like they so much fucking that they connected with women in ways that men hadn't before,
Well, it was also it was the start of the free love, the 60s and 70s, so chicks were becoming more open with their sexuality. I'm not saying that they weren't sexual prior, but they were a lot less open about it. I mean, they're not as open as they are nowadays, but it was taken off, and fucking, fuck, I lost my train of thought. We're talking about sex too, bro. That's horrible. I'm totally great. Fuck, dude. I just lost my train of thought.
Yeah, Louis C.K. was talking about how if you find out what the trajectory of your mother's life, there's up until about high school graduation or college, and then there's a gap, and then she had you, and he says that's a period. That's when she did her fucking, that corridor right there. You don't want to hear about that. There's probably a lot of miscellaneous dick,
Yeah, a lot of dick.
Was your dad the king of his? Was he the lord of the manor? Did he get a lot of chicks? Was he?
Oh, I would imagine, yeah.
Got that criminal thing going on. He was a bad boy.
Yeah, for sure. I would imagine, But like I said, once again, I don't know. My dad and I, he never really told me too many stories. No, not too much. I mean, my dad went to prison when I was 3, and we've never really spent much time together since. And so, I do know. I mean, I know a lot of stories about my dad, but they're usually just criminalistic stories or in prison stories, or I know my dad's dated a few different chicks. I know that much. But
was your mom attracted to him because he was a bad boy? He was a rebel.
Oh, I imagine so. But my mom was like most chicks. She was attracted to fucking idiots and assholes. You know?
But they especially like that when they're in their 20s. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. It's good. Girls are dumb. You know, well, kids are dumb in general.
Like the guys in high school who started smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol first, they got probably most of the pussy. That's what I've been thinking.
Yep. Which is part of the reason why I started smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol so young. You know?
Yeah, like the guy who could regularly get booze, which was a hard thing to do, but if he could get it, he was going to get some girls.
I had older friends that would always score it for me because, I mean, I knew much older people at a very young age. But by the time I was like 17, I was buying it myself.
Wow. Oh, because you knew people at the store.
I was starting to grow in my beard and shit by then, so I looked, you know, young. I mean, look at this thing, dude. This thing's fucking thick, bro. I shave this at least twice a week, or else, I mean, within 2 or 3 days, dude, like you'll be visible all throughout here.
One thing you would find hard to get used to is how they restrict booze here in Canada. That's like they don't have beer at the convenience store, the gas station. There's a beer store. There's a liquor store which sells both.
Yeah, they got the LC, man, the liquor control.
Yeah, and nowadays here in Toronto there are a lot of wine stores. But yeah, those are the three options: government liquor store, government beer store, and privately owned wine shops.
That's all right. It really wouldn't matter. Frankly, I don't need to drink as much as I used to. Like, I haven't drank in like a month, and I'm not going to for a while because I need to be too productive right now. I need to get to a point where I'm either living on my own or got like a way to work from home to provide money, you know, because I can't, you know how it is. If I decide to party, dude, I'm going to party for like 2 or 3 days and then I'll wind up fucking not doing anything. Like, that's just how it rolls with me every single time. There's nothing I can do about it. I just know if I decide to party tonight, it's not ending until probably like Tuesday.
Your inebriation is like a cocoon. When you're in the cocoon, it's like you're not even aware of what's happening outside. You know, you're totally lost in there.
Yep, I'm right here doing whatever I'm doing drunk, and that's it. And I'm getting more drunk, and that's my plan.
You're a Zen drunk, yeah.
Yeah, yep, right here. But, you know, when I got to go to work or do school or whatever else, you know, I can't balance it all at the moment right now with partying fucking once every few weeks, you know. Plus, you know, not everyone wants to hang out with someone who parties for like fucking 3 days hard. You know, even if it is only every once in a while, still they don't want to. So,
you know, it'd be cool. A documentary about Missouri's bowling culture. I don't know if anyone's done it already, but that might be interesting.
That might be.
So I didn't know how big it was there until you told me. So that's not
huge, dude. It's huge. I mean, all the schools got teams. Like Lucas is on the high school's got a bowling team. Like fucking. Dude, it's a trip.
Are there bowling scholarships at the university?
Yeah. Well, I went to one of Lucas's fucking team. It was like towards the end of the season, and there was this one kid there who his average is like a 290 or something, and he bowled like a 297 average while I was like in the 3 games that he bowled while I was there. Like, the kid's fucking great, and they announced it over the intercom at the bowling alley that he had got a scholarship.
Wow.
And it's like, dude. And so
make like a Hoop Dreams for bowling instead, yeah.
Right? Right? That'd be some good shit, man.
Did you ever see that documentary, Hoop Dreams?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I enjoyed that a lot. They have it for free on YouTube now, so you can just go and watch it there.
All right. Good.
The bowling movie, yeah. Just follow around someone like him, show how he's done all these competitions, and then show him bowling in college and shit.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool, dude. I'm reaching out to somebody, you know, maybe not that kid, maybe not now, but
do interviews with locals. Just ask them, you know, about their practice of bowling, and they can talk about it, and
maybe like after next year or something like.
Yeah, like interview someone who like is the president of such and such Missouri Association of Bowling or whatever,
right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you could. We definitely interview the person, the kid, right? Then you'd interview the parents, of course, maybe other siblings or aunts and uncles, teachers, the coach.
I wonder if there's a place like in the movie Kingpin that makes like custom balls like that. You know what I mean? Like the guy had the glass with the rose in it.
Oh no, totally. Yeah, they make custom balls like that for sure. I want to get one made one day that has a pot leaf in it, or you know what, a middle finger, because like COVID, and that's my thing, just a middle finger. Fuck yeah, bro. And you know what, even better is if they make a fucking like a mold of my hand, and so it's literally my. Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, it would just have to be the right size, and I mean, depending on how big the ball is. I mean, my hand's not all that big,
Make one that has like a strobe light in the middle.
See, like my hand's not all that big.
Oh yeah.
So.
Do they have like a glow-in-the-dark bowling place?
I've seen them. I've heard of them. I know that I want to say it's Mondays, or it might be Tuesdays at where we go, Sunshine Lanes. Oh no, it broke in half. That's why there was two. Oh well.
Yeah, I remember it breaking in half. Yeah.
They have Rockin' Bowl, and they got like colored fucking strobe lights and shit that they turn on.
Oh, that's cool.
And they play loud ass rock music while you're bowling.
Get loose from the noose.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, once I get my license and a little vehicle and a job, a little extra cash, I'm gonna start bowling multiple nights. Like they have the all you can bowl one nights. Oh wait, that's Monday night. So rock and bowl gotta be like Tuesdays or Wednesdays or something. But
there's a name for the documentary, Rock and Bowl.
Yeah, right.
Rock and Bowling in Missouri or something like that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Rollin', Missouri.
You might have to come down to Missouri to help me fucking film this shit, bro.
Rollin', Missouri, something like that. Yeah. Missouri rolls. I don't
know. Missouri lanes.
Yeah.
Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder. I don't think it's a hash burned very well. I think it just kind of burned up and then came off. I don't think I actually inhaled it very much. Maybe I should have done hot knives. I don't know. How do you usually smoke hash?
Just like a little brick hash?
It was just like, I have the envelope here.
Or like bubble hash is what it's called?
I guess so. It's just like little pieces, like just...
Yeah, what I would normally do with that...
Do I have any left? Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's like a little brick hash. What I would do with that is I would just rip off a little piece and like smush it flat, and then just like set it like around. You got like a pipe or a bong? Do you?
I don't have any of those. You think a pipe would be good for that? Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, what you would do is you would take a little bit of flour, like regular weed, and you'd pack a bowl. And then you would take that flat piece and set it right on top of that. And then as you heat it, it'll melt onto the flour. And then you just smoke it that way. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you take like some of this stuff right behind me, pack a bowl, and then put like a flat disc of that. Just like rip off a small piece and pinch it real flat and round and just put it on top. And then that's how you want to smoke that shit.
Yeah.
Or hot knives.
Yeah, that's true.
Hot knives would definitely work.
The only thing is, if you fuck up, if you slip and hit your fucking lip with a hot knife, you're in trouble, man. Going to the hospital, yeah.
Well, that's why. Don't you remember what I was telling you? Get yourself a water bottle cut off the bottom of the water bottle, and then you just hold it in your mouth, and then you come at it, like this, and just, and it works like a funnel, and it'll suck all the smoke right up in there, and then you keep it away from your mouths. At worst, you burn the bottom of the bottle, whatever.
When heroin addicts go to inject heroin, do they have to mix the stuff with like water or something? How does it liquefy with the fire? Is that what happens?
No, it's definitely got to be mixed, and usually a little bit of water is what's used with people who inject anything. But I've heard people use other things. I've heard people mix their dopes up with water, Snapple. I've heard a guy use whiskey once. Yeah, fucking. But water's usually what's normally used, which is funny because I was always told that they can't use water because water has oxygen in it, and you don't want to get oxygen. But then again, here's the thing: your blood has oxygen in it.
Yeah.
Now that I think of it, Alexa.
Or maybe there's a possibility of getting an embolism. Maybe that could happen.
Maybe.
With water, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. But water's all that I've ever seen used. So.
I know heroin addicts puke a lot. That's not a fun part of it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I've never injected heroin.
Yeah,
I smoked it though. I was fucking crazy. Really good high.
Yeah, really.
Too good. It was like Oxycontin squared.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. Jim Carroll, who wrote the Basketball Diary, said it was like having 100 orgasms at once or something.
Yeah. Oh, shooting it?
Yeah. But yeah, he shot it, but I don't know if it's the same high when you snort it or not.
Well, I would imagine it's relatively similar because with other drugs, whether you snort, smoke, or shoot, the high is mostly the same. Just how quickly it affects you or how long it affects you is pretty much the only difference, with the method of consumption. So I would imagine that it's relatively the same. Maybe not quite as intense, or maybe not come on quite as quickly.
That's what she said.
But I mean, like I smoked it once, and when I did, it was like being the stonedest I've ever been, ever. But felt like amazingly awesome at the same time. Like I was just like, which I don't want to be telling all the kids that because then they're gonna want to rush out and try it. But so don't do that. But I'm telling you, it was fucking, and so I instantly like afterwards, I was telling my one friend, I was like, I could see why I shouldn't do that all that much because I can see where I'm gonna want to do that all the time if I keep doing that.
Well, yeah,
because I mean, it was fucking like.
Say withdrawal from heroin is like, it's like having the flu, but it's also physically painful. It's like imagine being that sick and you can make it go away just by injecting something.
I'm in the junkie limbo at the moment. Too ill to sleep, too tired to stay awake. But the sickness is on its way. Sweat, chills, nausea, pain and craving. Need like nothing else I've ever known will soon take hold of me. It's on its way.
Exactly.
And that's the cycle of it. So
I know, and the thing is, you just gotta tough through because it make you really sick. It's not like the flu; like it's worse. It'll make you like you will think you're dying, but you're not. Now, alcohol, on the other hand, it's actually the worst detox there is. It depends. Someone who's just only consumed a little bit, or is just hungover. Like when I drink like fucking 5 or 6 fifths in a couple days, and I'm like fucked up, and like I'm kind of like shaky. That's kind of bad, but that's still not as bad as it can get. Like my worst one ever, dude. I was hallucinating all kinds of shit. But anyway, alcohol is the only detox out there where the detox can kill you because your liver will start to shut down because the lack of the liquor, the lack of the sugars, because it's kind of like other things in your brain, in your brain. I got bit by a mosquito or something, I think, you guys. That's why it keeps itching right here right now. I got a little bite.
Do you have brandy beans down there?
Brandy beans?
Yeah, they're chocolates, and they have supposedly the brandy they put in them is real brandy, real booze. I once knew a guy who had eaten them, but you have to eat like the whole fucking box or something.
Yeah. Well, we've got I don't think we call them brandy beans, but we've got different candies that got liquors in them for sure. Yeah.
And that's something to puke fucking chocolate and booze at the same time. That's got to be gross. And sugar apparently gives you a really bad hangover. The really sugary drinks or eating sugary food when you're drunk.
No, it will. It definitely will. That's the thing. Low grade alcohols, they still contain a lot of sugars, and that's why we do get bad hangovers off them. If you drink really high grade, clean fucking liquor, you actually don't get much of a hangover. You really don't. But you still will. You still can overdrink and, can detox real bad if you cut it out of your system because, like I said, your body gets used to running off of it because the alcohol gets converted back into sugars in your body, and then your body runs off the sugars. That's why alcoholics don't actually eat that much, because they don't need to consume food for fuel. They're running off the liquor as fuel. And that's how you can tell the difference between an alcoholic and someone who just drinks too much. People who just drink too much, they'll still eat while they're drinking. Alcoholics, they don't eat.
Yeah, because get drunk faster. And
well, no, it's because they don't need to, because like I said, they're converting the alcohol back into sugar, and they're burning the sugar as the fuel source that the body needs to run. So they're getting the calories from the sugar from the alcohol. Normal people's bodies don't do that. They don't convert it back to sugar. They just process it through the liver and it goes.
I don't know if it's in the States, but here, if you open up a bar, you're actually legally required to serve food, which is where you get the 10-cent wings and all those pub foods. It's because people drinking and not eating is a recipe for disaster. So
they should have to serve, but no, most bars down here don't serve food.
Don't they?
No.
I think that's the way it is. I think in like the United Kingdom, if they go to drink, they're just going to drink.
Well, I think that's the difference between a bar and a pub. I think pubs serve food.
Yeah, most of them do. Yeah, it's true. A lot of bars they don't. No. They might have pretzels and
peanuts.
But other than that, nothing. No. Well, pickled eggs. I don't know how common that is now, but that used to be a big thing in bars.
Pickled eggs.
And I don't think they charged. I don't know if they charged for them or not. Maybe that was just like a free thing, just to keep them from getting too drunk. But yeah, they always had those cheap foods. In Australia, when the men go out to drink, they'll go outside the bar afterwards and piss on the sidewalk. And there are people whose job it is, they work for the city, to come by and like wash that part of the sidewalk.
It's horrible.
Washing piss.
The old vodka in the water bottle trick.
Jeez, I'm thirsty. Take this thing right here. Have a drink of water from your bottle there, Jimmy?
Leave Mr. Lee alone, right? Get your own water.
Oh, I want some of Jimmy's water. That's the kind that gets you fucking drunk, isn't that right, Jimmy? He walks around the park, he's got the bottle of water, everybody thinks it's water, but it's vodka. It's the oldest trick in the book. I think he learned that from me. I was doing that when I was, 20, 30 years ago, trying to hide it from Tammy.
Nice.
I invented that. No, you know what I love about chicks with kids?
They like fucking.
Well, I was gonna say, they put out. Oh,
so see, even that little Christmas tree in your background there, even that would make a good gift. That's a lot of weed. That looks like it must be like 100 grams, right?
Well, I imagine it's probably not really all that much, because if you look, this right here. You can't see my hand at all, can you? Look, that's just a joint right there.
Oh yeah.
To put it in comparison. So.
Yeah, for that idea.
And that's just a toy elf.
That idea I was telling you about for the Christmas party, and people could participate in games and win prizes. One would be that Pabst Blue Ribbon box. One long thing, and you'd be like, wow, what the fuck could that be? It's 99 cans of beer. And what was the other one? I was thinking, oh yeah, like a pound of weed. Just box up a pound of weed, and if anyone who smokes is going to be happy to get that.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Hopefully no one will win that prize and I can smoke it.
I don't know how long that would last if you're someone who smokes. Yes, for you it lasts like what?
A pound?
A pound?
Well, I mean, that could last me a while. I can make a pound last a while. Like, I could probably, because I won't stop smoking the other shit too. So I could probably survive off a gram of weed. I could survive off a gram of weed a day. And there's 28 grams in an ounce. And there's 16 ounces in a pound. So I can get close to 16 months out of a pound.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Probably close to 14.
And if you were to smoke joints, then you could be an ashtray miner afterwards, right?
Exactly.
And cannibalize old joints and do that.
Now, if I was smoking joints, I would probably smoke more than a gram a day because you put a little bit more in a joint and it burns. A lot of it. I like joints, but I try not to smoke. Now, if I have an overabundance of weed, like if I have a pound, sure, I'll smoke joints because I don't care. But when I have just like a little bit and I'm trying to conserve, I don't smoke joints because it just burns. So it's even when you're not hitting it, it's just burning. Yeah. So that's why I have pipes and bongs, because I can actually stop it from burning when I'm not hitting it. We should get you a little pipe. Oh no, Morgan, we should get you like a little bubbler, dude. Like a little Sherlock bubbler. It's like a little pipe that you put water in.
Well, the place I buy weed from has these concentrates. It's where it's like a hybrid of weed and hash. But they didn't have them for a while, but next time I go there, I'll see if I can get one. But that's pretty fucking good shit. It lasts a long time.
You should get yourself a pen like this, Morgan. Go get yourself one of these. They got disposable ones, then they got the ones with the little cartridges that you can just screw on. And like this pen cost me like $20, and each one of these cartridges is like $30.
How does it work? Is it like a lighter? Does it have a lighter built in?
I literally just press this button right here. Just watch. See that? There's a button, and I just charge it up, and then once it's charged, I just press the button, and it heats. The center thing is the heating coil, and it just heats the coil, and then there's different stages. That's medium right there. There's high. There's low, right? But then then you just press it and hit, and look, it's instant. That's like there's like 91% THC in this shit right here. Shut up, fuck you up, Morgan.
Yeah, I guess it would. Yeah, let me look at the world clock in Australia. Let me see.
It's gotta be like 4 p.m. over there right now.
In Sydney, Australia, right now it is 5:13 p.m. So yeah, it's pretty close. Well, maybe she's conscious. She's maybe she's about to have dinner. I don't know what she does, but I don't think she works. She doesn't seem to have a job.
Maybe she's OnlyFans.
I don't know. Some women are making critical bank from those things.
I'm thinking about starting one.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. Comment below if you would subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Like cook in the nude or something like that.
Right, dude. Maybe I'll just do some weird shit. Maybe I'll just fill here. First episode. You come on and watch. I will fill balloons with shaving cream and then sit on them.
give lady boners from two angles: food, and you know.
Like, dude, I got my apron. I'll cook wearing nothing but the apron.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Actually, that would probably turn viewers away.
Well, I mean, as long as there's no hair in the food, right?
Yeah, right.
Because it's bad enough that the hair came from the person's head, but fucking pubic hair and your
You gotta wear a hairnet on your head and your nuts.
Oh, there's this. Used to be. Did you know about that old radio show, the Opie and Anthony show?
Which one?
Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
Well, one time they were talking about this guy called in, and they were talking about how bad like Asian customer service can be in Chinese restaurants and whatnot. And this one guy, he went to a Chinese restaurant on his birthday. The staff knew it was his birthday. He got rice with the fucking hair in it, and he sent it back. He says, "Can you make another one, please?" And they did, and they charged him for the second rice. You know, and they knew it was his fucking birthday too. He's like, "I made you another one." No, the first one doesn't count, asshole. You can't serve food with hair. But
right. I said no hair.
As far as I know, there's no cuisine on Earth where people are eating hair. I mean, it's just animal argument. No one's made it. I mean, we make food out of animal skin, but I don't think hair is eaten.
Let's fact check that.
No, I don't think there's edible hair. Unless it's some tribe out in the middle of the jungle or something gotten really desperate. But oh, she's answering.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, it's not a cuisine, but there's those people. They have trichophagia. Trichophagia is the compulsive eating of hair.
Yeah, some people have like pica. Some people eat odd things, and hair might be one of them. But like imagining trying to fucking swallow it, it's like it'd be hard to get it out of your mouth.
Ew.
We like to think of it as soft, but it is.
Oh yeah, believe it or not, I don't think it'll break down in our stomach acids and stuff. Man.
It might clean out our intestines, though.
It will. It will.
Clean your colon, I guess.
Like, haven't you ever seen hair all in your poop?
No, but you might want to get that checked out, I guess.
Right.
Or did you see that thing I posted on Facebook? Had a bad day. Turns out my new proctologist has Parkinson's.
Yeah, dude, that's great, dude. That's great. All right,
almost as bad as the proctologist who had Alzheimer's and had confirmed to me 5 times if he already stuck his finger in my ass.
Yeah, well, how about a phlebotomist that has narcolepsy, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, I've had one of those. Either that or she was a heroin junkie or something. The bitch fucking nodded right out. Dude, needle in the arm, just taking my blood and just... I was like, hello? Oh, she just looks at me. I was like, fuck. We alright? So, other than the triophagia, or whatever the hell it's called, that is the only hair consumption. There is no hair cuisine. I'm slightly bummed out. I was really looking forward to reading about some tribe somewhere that eats hair ritualistically or something. But no, you're right. Even when it comes to wild animals, we always burn or skin or scrape the hairs off.
Yeah, snakes have the ability to filter out hair when they're swallowing something whole.
Yeah, dude. Like owls do. They fucking.
I once saw footage of it.
Owls are a little different. Owls spit out that fucking little ball.
I once saw footage of a Komodo dragon swallowing a fucking deer whole. It's unbelievable, man. It happens so quickly and it's scary.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize just how big those fucking lizards really are, dude.
Oh yeah.
Those are like 6 to fucking 8 foot long lizards and shit. They're like alligators, damn. They're like alligators, bro. Which reminds me, my buddy. Not only do I have an alligator guy, that's not a bullshit story. I do, but my buddy posted a picture today. I guess he's doing some work down in Florida, or he's living in Florida now, or something like that. But he was riding his bike, and he got off the bike, and he posted a picture. He goes, "Perils of mountain biking in Florida," and he's just on this trail, and it's right by the water, and there's just a fucking like alligator right there, just sitting there, and I'm like thinking to myself, and you're just getting off your bike, the fucking shit's like 15 feet away from him, like just chilling. I'm like, I'd be okay. Later, alligator.
They actually don't mess with people that much.
I guess for the most part, you gotta go fuck with them, or start heading towards them and shit, you know.
Well, they want them to stop feeding them in Florida because they're losing their fear of people, and they might just start demanding food.
Exactly. Did you know that the natural predator of those guys is the jaguar?
Não vai dar tempo. Já vai ser pomado.
It is really?
Yeah, dude. I didn't realize that until a while back, because there was this article I was reading about people trying to dealing with overpopulation of gators and stuff in certain areas, and they didn't know what to do. And someone approached me during a discussion about, well, what they need to do is they need to reinsert the jaguar, because what happened was people hunted off and killed off not killed off, but hunted them back a bit, but the wild jaguars that were in the areas, and since there's not so many of them killing the gators are now overpopulating, and I said, no way, dude, that kitty is the killer of gators. And they were like, no, look it up, jaguar takes down alligator. And I shit you not, bro, video after video after video after video, like it's a straight up common thing. And here's these fucking jaguars, like some of them are going in the water after these fucking crocodiles, just badass shit, bro. And I'm like, fuck, dude, that's crazy. You can tell Morgan's talking to a chick, everybody.
She's at her parents' place. But I just said, put everyone on for a minute,
Yeah,
get some Australians for,
fucking
put some shrimp on the barbie.
A little shrimp on the barbie. Wait, isn't that like Austrians or something? I don't know.
That's a lovely accent you have. New Jersey?
Austria.
Austria? Well then, good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
Let's not.
No, actually, they don't say shrimp. They say prawns.
Oh yeah, it is prawns.
In fact, I think it's only people in North America who say shrimp. I think everyone else says prawns. Yeah.
And actually, if you go to an actual restaurant, there's a difference between a shrimp and a prawn. And mostly is the size. But like if you go to a restaurant, a fine restaurant, and get the big one, it's gonna be prawns. You get like lobster and prawns, or deep fried prawns.
Some places leave that fucking head on, don't they?
That little fucking I
don't want to see the guy's head face. Come on, man. We don't do that with any other animals we eat, do we? I don't eat like a whole stuffed pig. I don't want to look in the pig's face. With the apple mouth. I don't know if anyone does that anymore.
Fucking. What is it? Head cheese? You ever heard of that?
That's pig brains, right?
Well, it's the whole head, but it's like pickled and then like flattened and then rolled. But it consists of like everything in the pig's head or something like that. Hold on, let me look into that one again too. But yeah,
Europeans are not as into beef as we are. They're much more into pork. Yeah, like I think most of the people eat beef. It's Canadians, Americans, the British, and I think the United Kingdom, Australia, and some countries in Asia. But most of the world, I don't think, eats beef.
And yeah, you're right. A lot of places around the world eat like fucking cat and shit.
Yeah.
Head cheese or brawn is a cold-cut terrine or meat jelly that originated in Europe. It is made with flesh from the head of a calf or pig, less commonly a sheep or cow, typically set in aspic and usually eaten cold at room temperature or in a sandwich. Despite its name, the dish is not cheese and contains no dairy.
Yeah, call it cheese, but it's not cheese. Yeah.
So if I'm trying to remember how they do it,
Well, I would try haggis. I would give that a whirl.
That's a bunch of weird shit stuff in the intestines.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like a sausage, basically. It's like a big sausage when you think about it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess I would quite possibly taste it.
I mean, I've met a couple of guys who said they liked it. So, like this guy's family was like Scottish to the core, though he was born and raised here. But yeah, he had haggis and he enjoyed it. And there was one other guy too. He was from Scotland and he liked haggis.
Well, here's a head cheese recipe, but they don't use parts of the head. They're using other hocks and shanks and fucking shit like that.
And they
clean pork head, remove bristles, ears and eyes, jaws and bones of nose. Cook with hocks, tongue, heart, and beef. Cook rind in separate container, and then I can see the full list on .com, whatever.
Really popular in the Ukraine. They ate a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Eastern Europe.
Will you tell me what that is? Look at the collar on that coat. What does that look like? That stain.
I don't know. Cinnamon roll.
The cinnamon roll? The cinnamon, the roll of the cinnamon? That looks like jizz. Yeah. Eastern European jizz.
They not only like that, they fucking love cabbage. They're fucking obsessed with that shit.
Well, I love me some corned beef and cabbage, dude. Like around St. Patrick's Day, that's one of my favorites with some hot sauce and some spicy brown, like whole grain mustard and some hot sauce and some corned beef and dude, and some carrots and potatoes. Oh, dude, some like little onions. Oh, fuck, bro.
I don't mind eating sauerkraut. I'll have a little bit of that.
I don't like sauerkraut.
I don't like that.
No, I don't like sauerkraut. It's weird. There's very few things I don't like, but there's a few things I don't. Sauerkraut's one of them.
Horseradish, do you like that?
Yeah, I like horseradish. Horseradish goes really good on like some prime rib or something. Fuck yeah, dude.
That's a weird name for food again. Horseradish. What is it supposed to be like? Jizz? Horse jizz?
Eastern European jizz.
That metaphor? The fuck? It's not radish. It didn't come from a horse. Where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah, it came from a horseradish.
Yeah, just call it horseradish.
Let's see here.
Wasabi, I don't like that Japanese condiment.
I don't like wasabi.
I haven't had sushi in years. I'm not really driven to
I fucking love sushi.
There's probably not as much of that in Missouri as there was in California, right?
What's that?
There's probably not as much sushi in Missouri as there was in California, right?
Actually, dude, Springfield has a huge variety of restaurants, man. I haven't seen that much variety of restaurants since like San Francisco, bro. I'm not even playing. It's crazy. Everything's represented. And when you go inside of them all, oh, there's a couple that aren't. But for the most part, they're all like authentic. Like when you go into the Greek restaurant that's downtown, like there's a bunch of Greeks in there. When you go into the fucking Asian places, like there's fucking Asian people and they're Japanese, whatever. There is this one Mexican place that is totally it's like a fucking Chevy's basically. It's just a bunch of white people. It's nothing but white people. It's all like Susan and Karen working there, and like the chef's name is like Jim.
There's some foods which, if they're not done that well, you can still eat a pizza. But Mexican food is not like that. If you fuck up Mexican food, it is inedible. It's
exactly
like I had a couple of the worst. These tacos I had once. Not only was it the worst Mexican food, it was some of the worst food I ever had in my life. They just botched it. And yet, I make simple tacos at home sometimes. The old El Paso thing, I just do it that way, and they come out perfectly well. So.
Did you know that the horseradish is in the cabbage family?
Cabbage family?
Yeah,
is that ingredient or?
Well, like cabbage. It's in the family of cabbages. It's technically a cabbage. A European.
Oh, so they make that from a plant.
Well, horseradish is a plant, and
I thought it was like a dairy product or something.
No. Horseradish is a plant that they make horseradish sauce and stuff out of. You can get fresh horseradish. It's almost kind of like a ginger or a jicama. But apparently it's in the cabbage family, a European plant of the cabbage family with long leaves like those of a dock grown for its pungent edible root. Horseradish root. Scraped or grated as a condiment and often made into a sauce.
Imagine a guy bragging because he knows a guy who works at a horseradish factory and he can get it for free. I got a horseradish guy. I got a connection.
I got this horseradish guy, bro. Let me tell you.
You know how I got a guy for everything? My suit guy, my shoe guy, my ticket guy, my club guy. And if I don't have a guy for something, then I have a guy to get me a guy. And oddly enough, his name is Guy.
We'll never run out. You will never run dry.
Shit. You ain't had horseradish like this. All right.
Before you load.
I got to. Yeah, no. Imagine it's not even a guy bragging that he's the guy, bragging that he's got a guy. Like I'm not even the horseradish guy. I got a horseradish guy.
I guess this is pretty much the Trailer Park Boys Christmas special for us, right?
I know, dude.
Yeah, it's turned into it. So.
Yeah, it totally was.
Pretty much the same show, right?
Yeah, it definitely was. No one showed up. It was just us. Jason was here, but.
What do you got now?
Hickory sticks.
Oh, you're still going with the hickory sticks, yeah.
These are good, dude.
Raymond's got the hickory sticks and the right hook.
If the right hook comes out, crazy motherfuckers like you get knocked out. Don't be looking me in the eyes, boy. I ain't got no candy for you. No candy. Except for the right hook.
What does he say? That's when motherfuckers like you get knocked out.
Like a Bernie Sampson, right?
My car.
That was some good shit, dude. We'll get to that episode pretty soon, right? We just started into season 3. I think that episode's in season. Is it 3 or 4?
Or we could talk about the Christmas special. We've both seen that. I didn't watch it yet this year. That's definitely like one of the traditions. I love that, and just as much as any great holiday movie. Trailer Park Boys Christmas special.
Mm-hmm. Normally I watch it on Christmas.
Like Christmas Day.
Yeah, but I was gonna watch it today, but then we were doing Papo and not Trailer Park Boys, so I didn't watch it. But I mean, we could. I mean, we basically know what happens. It takes place, I think, in 1996. Back before
J-Rock hadn't become a wigger yet.
Yep. He was still,
Tyler, let's try marijuana.
yep. He was still Jamie, and T was still Tyler.
The grade 4 double Dutch champion.
Mm-hmm.
Said in like season 12, I think it was. He was still that guy in a way.
Leahy is still with Barb, and he's sober. And she promises he gets to drink once a year, and it's on Christmas.
His Christmas liquor.
Mm-hmm.
He spends most of the episode just trying to get to that.
Just trying to get to his Christmas liquor, exactly.
Liquor, like clockwork, and he's counting the minutes.
Barb says it's okay for me to have a couple of drinks. Why not? I deserve it. I'm not an alcoholic. I just enjoy a couple of drinks at Christmas time. You want to help me win a contest, little elf? Sure. Starts with a little drinky pool. You're fucked, Mr. Leahy. Couple of drinks, Randy.
And I remember there's a part where him and Randy are having a fucking, or him and Ricky are having an argument about something.
Well, Ricky didn't want to get out of jail.
Is that fucking hash I smell? Doug, you got fucking hash, don't you? I'm here smoking weed and you got hash? There is nothing better than being in jail at Christmas. Guards let you party for 12 days straight. Got no fucking work chores or book readings or Christmas trees or giving gifts or fucking lights. Fuck all that bullshit. Let's get fucked up.
Ricky, got somebody here to see you.
What are you talking about? Bubbles, what are you doing here, buddy?
Hey, Ricky. Julian bailed you out. You're out.
What?
Get your stuff.
No, Bubs, no. I got 12 days of partying. Come back in 12 days, buddy.
Ricky, what are you talking about? Come on, we get you out. Sell you out.
Oh, my fuck. I don't want to leave now. What the fuck's he doing bailing me out? T-Bo! Look at my shit. Barely I'm fucking out. Christmas is fucking ruined.
And
well, that's true.
Julian wanted him to get out of jail because Lucy was driving him nuts. Like, she just decided for some reason, like, Julian had all these responsibilities for Trinity, which ludicrous. They never dated. But anyway, she was putting pressure on him, and he wanted to get her off his ass. Yeah. Well, that too, and he didn't want to fuck her, so he's too honorable. That's what a good friend he is. Not only he could have had her, and she didn't want to be with Ricky, but he was in jail. He had no hopes of banging her, but he wouldn't do it. And he could have had Lucy anytime he wanted throughout the whole fucking series, and he wouldn't do it. So
she got him that mistletoe belt buckle.
Lucy gave Julian a mistletoe belt buckle. Hangs right over his bird there, and I mean everybody knows you're supposed to smooch what's under mistletoe, and if it's right there and his bird's right there, well, you know.
She got him that. Actually, you know what? Probably the other reason, probably because he knew she'd give him a hard time about money and shit. That would just be a constant headache for him. So that's probably another thing. She's so fucking greedy and shallow.
Lucy, she's a trailer park hoe.
And and Trinity's not his daughter. He doesn't want to take care of another man's kid. That's understandable. A lot of dudes don't want to do that. So
he bails him out. Bubbles goes and picks him up. He's all upset because he was supposed to have 12 days of partying. Because that's what they do in jail. 12 days of partying.
Did you guys do anything to celebrate Christmas in jail?
Oh yeah, we'd party a little bit. We'd do a little gift exchange, and it's never anything special because it's just like what you got. So it's like a Snickers bar or a bag of chips or something.
Cigarettes. You shouldn't have.
Yeah, right. A cigarette. Fucking.
Yeah. Well,
But he-
I know in jail that's big time currency, right? So.
I remember, we'd always get like a doobie, like a small joint, and we'd wind up pitching together and get one of those, and 3 or 4 of us would take a couple of hits off it, and make a big spread, jailhouse spread.
Like smoke it out in the yard or something like that.
Well, that or like in the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I've often wondered, like, how do they get away with smoking cigarettes and weed or anything else in prison? Because it's not like they don't know if somebody's smoking weed. I mean, the odor carries pretty far and it lingers. But I guess the guards tolerate it to a degree.
Well, there's things you can do around that, like there's things you can do to cover the smell, like if you just smoke, but then you got shit you can spray in the air that creates fragrance, it'll mask it, or it doesn't really work so much with joints because they'll still burn a little bit, but like if you take like a paper towel and stuff it with or like a bottle and stuff it with like fucking dryer sheets and shit, which you can get some from the laundry, you'd be surprised. They don't use them very often, but there are dryer sheets in places because cops use them for their laundry and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times they do their laundry there. But you can, but anyway, you tend to you do it, you just smoke it, fucking, like there's vents and you let the air go out, and then fucking, for the most part, cops don't come around that often, dude, they don't come around that often, and unless you draw attention to yourself, unless you draw them over, they're not coming over there. You think they want to do fucking shit? You think they want to come talk to fucking
They're not paid enough.
You think they want to come babysit? Now in most places you're right, but in California you're wrong. California pays them well. They get paid well. Yes, they got to do overtime, but you work overtime, it's easy to make $120,000 a year working as a CO in California. You just got to put in some overtime.
But in most of the country, they're not getting paid. They're getting paid shit, and they're putting their lives on the line. Like, especially if it's a maximum security or supermax prison. They're walking among murderers, guys who already are going to die in prison, sentenced to like 150 years. You know what I mean? So that's a hard gig. It's a hard dollar.
The type of people I had to fucking walk around.
Yeah. So are you the only night owl in that house?
I would kind of imagine so. I mean, John's an old guy, so he goes to bed, and he gets up early. Derek and Michelle, they both work, so they get up early. And then Tyler, he works nowadays too. Michelle got him a job at the hospital's janitor type work. So he gets up early too, but he likes to stay up late. He always was staying up late before, and he prefers to, but his job's got him getting up early, so he doesn't really do it that much either. Which is another thing, so like as it gets later, I try to be quieter, because the house is quiet, and they are right below me. And I don't know how I know that my voice has usually carries through walls and shit because it's very deep, so it resonates.
Man. So if you have sex in that place, everyone's gonna know.
Oh yeah, well fuck, dude, the neighbors are gonna know that shit, bro.
There was this clip that got passed around in the 2000s. The actor Tom Sizemore he fucked like an escort, and somebody recorded his orgasms, and he's like fucking screaming and shit. It's really funny.
Even brought Tom Sizemore's Game of Life.
Sell rights to Saving Private Ryan, Mr. Jones, to Hurricanes worldwide. Stealing your son's money, bullies in the show.
He's also known for like just being a hard-working guy.
I'm tempted to try to eat one of these cherry blossom things, but I feel like I should have like a fucking towel or some napkins or something.
Yeah, there was a sex tape.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
There's a copy of it on my desk. I haven't taken it home yet. Yeah, take a look-see. You want to go on IMDb and explain some of the movies that Tom Sizemore was in?
Hey, Opie and Anthony did a really funny bit called, to send it to you, Andrew Dice Gay. Andrew Dice play if he was gay. It's really funny.
Yeah, I think he did send that to me.
Yeah. Anthony Cumia does a really funny Andrew Dice Clay impression.
Movie called Saving Private Ryan, True Romance. That one. Natural Born Killers.
Yeah.
Passenger 57. Point Break. He was the cop, by the way. If you don't know, he was the cop in Natural Born Killers who finally sits in the cell with Juliette Lewis. And what does she attack him or something? He tries to bang her and she attacks him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, right? Yeah, he's great. And then Born on the 4th of July. Who was he in that? He was the vet. Oh, maybe there's a small part. Probably was early on in his career. And he was Sergeant Vinny Ventresca on China Beach. Remember that series, China Beach? Okay. So what happened to him? Well, he's had some problems. He went out with Heidi Fleiss too, right? Very briefly. Had a few problems with the cocaine.
He dated Heidi
He
Fleiss.
seems to like the cocaine, the booze.
Yeah, there you go,
He's
Cherry
had some
Blossom.
domestic problems.
That's what she said.
Arrested for him, jailed. It's on probation. He violated that probation, or is it parole that you violate? I don't know. Maybe it's both. You also got caught with the fake penis, right? Yeah, he was supposed to take a drug test, and he had some kind of fake penis that especially made for passing your drug test. Fill it up with urine, and it keeps it warm, and it looks like a real penis. So if they're watching you actually take a leak into the cup, you pull out this fake penis and take a leak with it. And they found out he was using the fake penis. All right, so he decided to make what? Sex tapes? Yeah, I think these were made in, I think, 2003. He makes reference to that at some point in the tape. And I'm sure at the time he wasn't planning on releasing them publicly.
I did it, but I deleted it immediately.
Having sex with
Oh no way, we posted that.
which are essentially porn stars and or porn actresses, and they stupid phone. What kind of ringtone? He's got the. It's one that's about to get turned off. Who's calling you? I don't know. Who is calling you during the show? I don't know if someone. I will bet you anything it's my father who's calling me. Steve has a rotary cell phone. I certainly do. It's the wife calling. There's a young blonde girl in our child's bed. Wow. Okay. I saw these tapes. They just right. All right.
You like that?
Focus, Dave.
Yeah.
You're losing it. Don't worry about your cell phone. I'm turning it off. All right. So they don't do that again. Okay.
This is way better than chocolate covered cherries.
Who was that? The berry delivery person? 10 pounds of berries. So how did the tapes get out there? Tom Sizemore is broke and needs money. He's going to jail for violating his parole, and he's in rehab now, I think. And he needs money. That's the reason. That's the only reason tapes that have been this long with this much footage on it get out is because the person that's in them had some intention of releasing them and making a profit off them. Wow, that don't look that bad. That chick doesn't look too bad on him. But I mean, what happens to you after Hollywood spits you out? Have his nose buried up her ass? It's great. It's very, very brutally graphic. He looks all drugged out and stuff. Yeah. Well, we got the audio of the tapes, and there's some classic audio here. The first one, Tom introduces himself. What's this about, Steve? Just a brief little introduction to establish who the person in the thing is, and he's, sort of mumbling. Obviously, it helps to have the video in front of you when you're watching it because his eyes are all glazed over. Right. He's, big bags under his eyes. He's obviously been up for a few days.
They know they're being filmed, right?
This is not hidden camera. He's holding the camera and pointing it at his face. And some of these, it's a 2 or 3 camera shoot. He's got porn chicks on either side of him operating cameras while he's eating ass.
I eat ass.
I don't even drink water. 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 I eat ass.
So this is not hidden camera work. Wow. All right, let's start with the first clip.
My name's Tom Sizemore. I didn't do it. I deny all culpability. I wasn't there. It hasn't been even remotely fair.
Okay. I was really reaching for it. About the system. He's like putting him in position. Yeah. Is that what he was doing? It's exactly. Get over here. Because he's lying down. He's laying down, and he just demands that they get their faces in the way. So he's gonna get on his knees. Nice. He's paying for it. They'll eat it. I had a lot for it. Wow. All right. Well, there you have it. Tom Sizemore, second tapes. Wonderful. Well, yeah, and you won't be hearing that on terrestrial radio. Of course not. It was so much better when we had to kind of dodge these subjects and use double entendre. I like to hear him say, I just came in a girl's ass.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Steve, for that.
That's great stuff.
And great Bill Kerr joins the program. He's playing Caroline's, I think, this weekend.
I remember the last time I came from
Funny guy and friend of the show. We'll get him involved.
No Tom Sizemore orgasm tonight. That's unfortunate.
I bet you can find it on YouTube. You're all no Tom Sizemore orgasm tonight. That's unfortunate. I bet you that's a statement only said a handful of times ever.
Tom Sizemore sex tape. I just wanted to get that brief part where he has the orgasm. Okay, this is actual porn. I'm not going to show it, but maybe the sound will give it away.
He didn't write the Constitution.
I don't know what
a whole bunch of guys. Alexander Hamilton, Thomas Paine, Benjamin Franklin.
Hey. You know, we can almost see the reflection in your glasses, dude.
Yeah. Is that beer?
No. No, dude. I'm on the wagon, remember?
Oh, yeah. What was that? Your drink?
It's this tea shit that my mom sent me in the mail.
Oh, Arizona?
No, but it's
Thrive tea?
No, it's X2 something, but it's like an energy
Oh, yeah.
tea, so it's like an energy drink tea thing. I'm hoping it'll give me a little bit of pep for a little bit longer. I feel it winding down a little bit for me.
His brains ran down.
Oh, if his brains ran down, how could he talk?
It happens to people all the time, Jack.
So, dude, I'm telling you, bro, if for some reason Canada won't let me in, dude, I'll just sneak across the border, bro. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They'll just deport me to America.
Yeah, send me back, yeah.
It's like, I guess that's the cool thing about being an American citizen. If I go to any country illegally, the worst thing that happens is I get deported back to America.
Yeah, send you back.
Right? It's not like I'm getting deported back to Pakistan or something.
Yeah.
You really wanted to fucking hear some Tom Sizemore orgasm, didn't you?
Yeah, because it's really funny. But no, it's not to be.
Yeah, it's not to be. You know what? Maybe you'll find it down the road, and it'll be a topic we can discuss on the show again another day.
Yeah, I'll have to look for it.
You know, you'll be able to be like, hey, remember that time I couldn't find the Tom Sizemore orgasm? Well, listen to this.
Seeing if Sherry's asleep or she's still awake or something.
Where she live? Texas?
She lives in Colorado.
Colorado?
Thornton, Colorado.
So
I think it's kind of close to Denver.
Yeah, that would be 1 hour behind me, so it would be midnight there.
Yeah, she must have passed out because she works really long hours at this liquor store. Like, I think there might be like 10-hour shifts. She's the manager. So she comes home just fucking worn out.
I don't know if I could work at a liquor store, bro.
You don't know if they could trust you around the merchandise?
Dude, you would probably find me in there locked, dead, face down, fucking, with a fucking butt naked with a bottle of liquor in my ass or something, dude. Dude, so we're late enough in this episode that I bet probably very few people have made it. So just so you know more, I started making some music myself, which I've already made a few tunes. You know that, but I've got like 12 minutes worth of music built up. Well, I'm gonna put together my own album here one of these days. Once I get around at least like half an hour of good music, you know, I'm gonna do it. And I'm playing around with the name of my album. It has to reflect me completely, but what I'm thinking I'm gonna go with is scuba-holic tendencies and a liquor and a liquor lanch enema.
See, I had this idea for a song, and the way it's structured is that somebody does like a verse, maybe they can rap it, and then the chorus is just hanging like my balls. It's about guys just hanging out, right? And the things they do when they hang out. So it's like, we're gonna smoke a pound of weed, hanging like my balls. We're gonna drink a 6-pack, hanging. You know what I mean? It just goes on like that till the end. You know.
Hey, why not, right?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I think you could do that in almost any genre of music. Maybe not classical so much, but yeah.
Talk about your balls.
Yeah, it could be a rock song, a classical, hip hop song, a country song, reggae.
Yeah. Well,
maybe
I mean,
jazz. You know, could be.
They call a lot of fancy parties balls, and they play, you know, like classical music at balls. I imagine Cinderella went to a lot of balls, and I imagine she listened to classical music.
Well, I think we've blown the wad for this thing. It's 2:00.
Yeah, bro.
Who else is going to show up? So.
Yeah, we've been rocking 4 hours. We did our best.
Yeah. Well, it's the way she goes.
That is the fucking way she goes.
Fuck off. We got work to do. Do Santa's sleigh. Do.
I know, right?
The jingle bells.
Boys, let's go. You have to get to church. Let's go.
Dad, I can't go to church. Got a bunch of dough from jail. We're going down to the pool hall to make some money.
Ricky, it's Christmas. We're going to church. That's the way it goes.
Ray, I've got gifts to sell.
I'm not going to church.
I can't go to church.
Way it goes! The way it goes, boys.
Well, you heard him, boys. I guess we're going to church.
Disco pool party, yeah, fuck you. Smoke a lot of weed and get really fucking stoned. Yeah.